Okay, I made a mistake. My first mistake. But they say guys like me coming out of jail usually wind up coming right back.
I like sitting in the park, but not every day. I want to do something useful. People around here, though, I think you're over 65. You're useless.
The man crossed and shoot. Who are you kidding, girl? You're nowhere unless you can read.
Tough problems call for real solutions, not just talk. If your community has a problem, you need action. Action is skilled volunteers of all ages working together to help solve tough community problems. Write Action, Department C, 212 North St. Paul Street, Dallas, Texas, 75201. Between us, there's got to be a solution.
This is a public service of this station and the Advertising Council.
WFAA, Dallas Fort Worth.
The CBS Radio Mystery Theater presents... Come in. Welcome. I'm E.G. Marshall. Time. That great mystery of time. The silent, never-resting thing called time. Rolling, rushing on, swift, like an all-embracing ocean tide, on which we and all the universe swim, like apparitions, which are and then are not. That's how Thomas Carlyle thought of the miracle of time. But there are people today who think of time a little differently. They see it as something without a beginning and without an end.
The whole block is just one big excavation, a big hole in the ground. Read that sign up there, Professor. The buildings formerly at this location have been demolished in order to make room for what will be known as the showplace of the nation, Radio City Music Hall. Radio City was built over 40 years ago. What's that? The good old 6th Avenue L. They tore that down back in 1938. There is no L. There hasn't been one in over 35 years. They tore it down and sold it for scrap. Professor, I think you need a little help. Maybe I do. But if what I think has happened has really happened, then I'm either the luckiest man in the world or the most miserable.
Our mystery drama, Timekiller, was especially written for the Mystery Theater by Arnold Moss and stars Mandel Kramer.
It is sponsored in part by all state insurance companies and Buick Motor Division. I'll be back shortly with Act One.
To the man who bought the Skyhawk, to the girl in the Century, we're glad you like your Buicks, glad you set your spirit free. And to the family from Ohio, to the folks up in St. Paul, nice to see you join us, nice to see you all.
Say, that Buick Century of yours is some car.
Thanks, we like it.
Yeah, and that tie you have on is really nice.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I see you have the V6 engine. Look at all that room.
Isn't that something?
I'll tell you something else that's something. Over 250,000 people have already bought 1976 Buick.
I bet they're really nice people. Do you think they'd like to come over for dinner?
All 250,000 of them?
Well, I suppose we'd have to borrow some folding chairs.
Yeah, wait a minute. Your mother has a copy.
It's nice to see you join us. We're glad it came to be. Nice to see you join us. Glad your spirit's free.
Buick, dedicated to the free spirit in just about everyone.
Hi, this is Tony Marvin for the National Leukemia Association. Please remember this name, Project Research. In addition to our other services, which are supported separately, Project Research has been established to deliver that knockout punch against leukemia. I can also tell you that every dollar donated to Project Research will help support a doctor or researcher in the leukemia field. Join me and get on a winning team, because it is only through research that a breakthrough can be made. Throw your knockout punch against leukemia. Send your tax-deductible donation today to Project Research, care of the National Leukemia Association, Box 3039, Garden City, New York. That's Box 3039, Garden City, New York. Our thanks to you for Project Research. We are committed to conquering leukemia.
Do you recall the ancient story of King Canute, who, in order to demonstrate his absolute power, commanded the ocean tides to stop? But the waves kept breaking relentlessly. Time and tide, he learned, wait for no man, not even a king. But is it conceivable that man, by force of some strange inner power, may one day be able to conquer both the tides and time? It started one day last year in December, just before the Christmas holidays. Professor Edwin Quailin was giving his end-of-the-semester lecture at the university in his course in parapsychology.
The point, ladies and gentlemen, is that time can be just as elastic as space. If, for example, you were in space, hovering over the surface of the Earth in some kind of huge helicopter, and the Earth kept revolving beneath you, you could choose to land almost at random at any point on that surface. Now, in the same way, every period of time that ever was, that is, or for all we know ever will be, is out there someplace, just waiting for us to put ourselves into it.
Well, how do you suppose that'll happen, Professor Quailin?
Some man or woman gifted with special, extraordinary sensibilities, might even be someone in this very room, will somehow, someday, puncture a tiny hole in the wall of what up to now has been the impenetrable barrier to our physical and psychic senses. When that happens, and the time is near, the human race as we know it will be forever released from the bondage and fog-bound limitation of its own feeble making. All right, thank you. And whether you're leaving New York City or staying right here, I want to wish all of you a very pleasant holiday and a happy New Year.
Professor Quailin, if you have a moment, I'd like to ask a question.
Oh, certainly, Clovis. Miss Mason, I hope I can answer it.
Well, I'm almost positive you can. I'm practically starved. How soon do we eat?
As soon as the rest of the class clears out.
Oh, I am really looking forward to these next few days with my favorite teacher, Professor Quailin.
No more than I with my favorite graduate student, Clovis Mason.
All we have to do is beat Princeton tomorrow, and that'll put us even in the league with Columbia.
Well, what are the chances, Tubby boy?
Pretty good.
If you don't mind my saying so, Tuppy, aren't you up a little late with a game on tomorrow night?
Oh, you're right, Professor. I lost track of the time. Well, thanks for inviting me over to your table, Clovis. I hope I didn't interrupt some heavy discussion on time or space.
Not at all, Tubby.
Yeah, nice talking to you, Professor.
Yes, good luck. The body beautiful, the brain non-existent.
That wasn't very nice of you, practically asking him to leave.
It wasn't very nice of you. We're very discreet, for that matter, asking him over to our table.
Well, what harm is there? Anyway, what do you care?
I wouldn't like you to cost me my job.
You're really scared I might?
Well, you know how I feel about being so much older than you. Besides, I always get a little edgy and tense in a place like this.
Ed, why don't you just relax?
I do try, you know that.
You keep telling me all the time about the self-discipline you learned in those 12 years you spent in the Himalayas. Where was it? Nepal? You know, 98% of the time you're wonderful.
Thank you.
When you want to be, you can be the calmest, easiest, most charming man in the world. And such fun to be with.
And the other 2%?
Well, like now, nervous, irrational, and sometimes a little scary. But you're improving every day.
Well, I thank you, ma'am. You know, sometimes I think it's a shame that we didn't keep prohibition.
Prohibition? What's that got to do with it?
What's the word? I get so uptight in places like this. I mean, in the old days, way before you were born, actually, I was hardly more than a kid myself, there used to be wonderful little places, speakeasies.
Where two people like you and me could go for a good dinner and a quiet, relaxed evening together and no noisy kids barging in on you.
And discreet.
Very.
I'll bet you'd like nothing better than to turn up in one of those joints, if that were still possible.
It is possible, and they were not joints. As a matter of fact, maybe that's where I should have taken you tonight. You know, there are still one or two of them around. They keep up the appearance of how they used to be.
Well, why didn't we go to one of them?
I never really want to see the inside of one again. Ever.
Really?
At the same time, I have mixed feelings. Because I'd give almost anything if in some way I could follow up what once happened in one of them. A long time ago.
Follow up?
I've never told you about it for a very good reason. You see, one night, I met this character and things began to happen. Before I had the chance to find out what was really going on, I ran out on the whole thing.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, forget it. It's too long a story. But if I could ever...
Yes. This, theory of time that you believe in so deeply, just suppose in some way you could prove it actually works.
Well, you know that someday it will.
Of course. And suppose
that I was the one who would prove my own theory correct? That a person of particular sensitivity could more or less pick his own period of time?
And as well as place?
And deliberately project himself into it?
Why not?
Why not? Why not indeed? And when I do, I tell you that...
Ed, put that glass down. You'll break it. Ed, what have you done? You've broken the wine glass right in your hand.
The strangest coincidence.
Coincidence? Oh, you're bleeding. Here, let me tie my napkin around your fingers. Waiter!
Is there anything I can do, Cole?
Oh, Tubby. He's had a little accident. Have you got your car here?
Oh, sure thing.
Would you give us a lift to his apartment?
Well, of course.
Get out of here, the two of you.
What?
Leave me alone.
Dad.
I want to be alone. I'll take care of everything myself. I don't need you. I don't need anybody.
Clovis and Tubby left. I got up to leave. With no warning, I suddenly felt very dizzy. I found it hard to breathe. The whole restaurant started turning around me like a huge spinning top. Somebody loosened my tie, gave me a drink of water. The next thing I knew, I was walking up Fifth Avenue somewhere in the 50s. Without thinking, I automatically turned west into 52nd Street. In minutes, I was standing in front of a darkened door, ringing a bell. I was at Luigi's. It had always been one of my favorite hangouts back in the old days. A peephole in the door opened, and an eye appeared. The peephole closed. There was a pause. The door opened.
Well, evening, Mr. Quailin. Ain't seen you in some time.
Well, I've been a little busy. Good crowd tonight?
Oh, can't complain.
Why the peephole?
Can't be too careful, Mr. Quailin. You know that. Not these days. Hey, make yourself at home.
Anybody sitting here?
All yours, brother. Help yourself.
What'll it be, Mr. Quailin? The regular?
Yeah, please. Vodka and tonic.
What'd you say? Vodka and what?
Vodka and tonic.
Was that something new? Some kind of a Russian drink?
What's the gag, Luigi?
Gag? There's nothing. Only your regular is an orange blossom. Sometimes you switch to a Bronx cocktail.
Orange blossom? Oh. Yes, of course. Bring me an orange blossom.
Make mine another Bronx cocktail, please. Okay if this one's on me?
Yes, I suppose so. Thank you.
You just visiting our fair city?
No, I'm a born and bred New Yorker, right here in Fun City.
Fun City? Oh, that's a peak. I got to remember that.
How about you?
Well, I've been here 3 years in the advertising game. Name's Joe Delaney.
Ed Quailin. Glad to know you.
What's your racket?
Racket? I'm a college professor.
Oh, come here often?
Well, not as much as I used to. A lot of my drinking pals have died off.
Oh, sorry to hear that.
I used to be able to walk in here, meet 3 or 4 buddies, have a quiet drink. No arguments about should we stay in the UN, should we leave the UN.
UN?
United Nations.
You mean the League of Nations?
No, I'm talking about the United Nations, Delaney, not the League of Nations.
Hey, your drinks, gentlemen.
Luigi's stuff is the best right off the boat.
Off the boat?
The quicker. I think he brings it in through Canada.
That's very funny, Delaney.
What's that?
Well, you hardly seem old enough to have been around in the old days, and yet the way you talk, the phrases you use, I don't know. I really don't know. Something funny seemed to be going on. I had the feeling of having seen all this before, even though it was all happening for the very first time. Where'd you find that? It's a real collector's item.
Find what?
A pack of cigarettes. I haven't seen one of those since, you remember, with the war.
The war?
All the green packs of that brand, like the one you have there, were almost overnight put into white packs when the war started.
They were?
Sure. And they'll never write tunes like those old ones. To me, most of this new stuff is just so much noise.
You can't even get a seat to the show that one comes from 3 months in advance.
What, you mean they've revived it?
Revived it? It was such a hit, they've got the nerve to ask $4.40 for an orchestra ticket.
$4.40? Really?
Things are kind of dead here. What do you say we toddle over to the Casablanca? I haven't been there in ages.
Where is it?
You don't know the Casablanca?
Was it downtown?
No, right over on 6th Avenue, under the L, number 1270, one flight up.
The L?
Come on, Ed. I think we can both use a little air. What's the damage, Luigi?
Here's the bad news, Mr. Delaney.
Okay, here.
Delaney, you don't mind if I call you Joe?
No.
I hope you won't be offended if I tell you that some of the expressions you've been using are a little puzzling to me, a little peculiar.
How so?
Well, things like the advertising game. I haven't heard that in years. What's the damage? Toddle over to the Casablanca. I haven't heard anyone talk like that, and I can't remember.
Well, now that you mention it, there are a couple of things you've been saying I find a little odd. No offense, of course. Like that first drink you ordered. What was it? Vodka and what?
Tonic.
Fun City? United Nations? The war? The war has been over since 1918.
Here's your change, Mr. Delaney.
Oh, wait a minute. I don't believe it. Where did you get those bills, Luigi?
I robbed a bank. Where do you think I got them? Where I get all of them, Mr. Quailin, from customers like you.
But the government withdrew those large-sized bills back in 1928. That's when they put out the smaller ones, like these.
That's absolutely amazing. Well, what are they anyway? Counterfeits? You ever see these little bills, Mr. Delaney?
Is this another gag, Ed? Like trying to make us think you couldn't remember what kind of a drink an orange blossom is? What is this, Ed?
That's what I intend to find out.
Who can undo what time hath done? Who can win back the wind? Not an easy question to answer. Most of us acknowledge the idea that life is but a dream. We are not quite ready to accept the notion that time, too, may be nothing more than an illusion, which is what our friend Ed Quailin, professor of parapsychology, may or may not be about to discover. I'll return in a moment with Act 2.
You want your house to be a home all year round.
You can do it economically.
No matter what the weather's like outside,
You can change it so easily. So make summer a cooling thing. Turn winter into spring. It's the right time for Carrier. Carrier's right for the times.
The higher energy costs go, the more you need Carrier heat pump air conditioning. It cools your home in summer, heats it in winter for up to half the cost of electric heat and less than most oil systems. So before you replace your old furnace or put in air conditioning, talk to your Carrier dealer about heat pump air conditioning. He's the expert.
So make summer a cooling thing. Turn winter into spring. It's the right time for Carrier. Carrier's right for the times.
Who's gonna help a child to walk? Make someone's dreams come true? Who's gonna help someone to talk? Easter seals and you, who will be working all
despite the limitations of their handicaps. Help them to enjoy the good life. Miracles still happen, and you make them.
Easter seals and you.
Give to Easter Seals.
Easter seals and you.
Give to Easter Seals
Easter seals.
for crippled children and adults.
Easter seals and you.
What is time? The shadow on the dial? The striking of the clock? The running of the sand? Day and night? Summer and winter? Months? Years? Centuries? These are only the outward signs, the measure of time. As for the nature of time itself, Professor Quailin, who seems to have little more in common with Joe Delaney than his taste for good whiskey, is about to find out.
The House of Representatives has just passed the measure by a vote of 211 to 105. It is expected that the new law... one moment, please. Please stand by for a special announcement.
What's that all about?
Listen, maybe there's been a...
I am reading from a special announcement that's just been handed to me from the newsroom. The body of Charles A. Lindbergh, Jr., infant son of the great American hero, Charles A. Lindbergh, was found dead less than an hour ago. Missing since March 1st of this year, a continued search for the child, dead or alive, had, up to this evening, revealed nothing.
Turn it off, Luigi, please.
In spite of the fact that $50,000 had been paid to the unknown kidnapper.
What do you know? He paid the ransom and the kidnapper killed the kid anyway.
Took 2 years to find the kidnapper.
2 years? How would...
In 1934.
1934?
Yes. Bruno Hauptmann, a carpenter. He was brought to trial the next year in Flemington, New Jersey, I think it was, and found guilty of the crime. After that, they changed the law, the Lindbergh kidnapping law.
Hold your horses, Ed. How do you know all this?
What are you talking about? It was all in the papers. The Lindbergh kidnapping is part of history.
Sure, but you're talking about 1934.
That's right, 1934.
Ed, are you some kind... Luigi, you happen to have today's paper?
Well, which one? The Mirror, the Journal American, the Herald Trip? I got them all.
Any one of them.
There you are, Mr. Delaney.
Thank you. Now, Ed, will you please read the date on this paper? Today's paper.
May 1932. I've got a little headache. Going out for a breath of air.
Let me go with you.
You want to try that other place you spoke of, Joe?
Casablanca. If it hasn't changed too much, I think you'll like it. Besides, the walk over there will do you good.
Yes, it might. It might indeed. I should have got rid of him right then and there and gone home. But there was something fascinating about the whole idea of going along with him. Something challenging. Anyway, minutes after we left Luigi's... And no hat, Joe? No overcoat?
This time of the year? What I need a coat for?
End of December.
I make it the middle of May, Ed. A pleasant spring night with even a touch of summer in the air.
What am I doing with this heavy coat? Muffler, fur-lined gloves.
Take them off. Carry your coat on your arm.
I don't understand it.
You'll be all right, Ed. Just what is it you said you teach?
Parapsychology.
What?
Parapsychology. The part of psychology that examines and tries to explain phenomena like clairvoyance, telepathy, ESP.
ESP?
Extrasensory perception.
Would that be something like mind reading?
Well, not exactly. There are people who can anticipate what's going on in someone else's mind days before the thing itself happens, even though the two of them are separated by hundreds of miles.
Not fakes?
Oh, definitely not fakes.
I'll be a monkey's uncle.
In fact, one of the things I've been working on is a new theory of time that says that past, present, and future are in a sense all one and the same. That a person, without changing in any way himself, might be able to introduce himself into any period of time that he chooses.
How could that happen?
Because time is not real. It's nothing but an idea that man has invented.
Hold everything, Ed. Take a look at that.
What is it?
I told you I hadn't been here in almost a year. I completely forgot.
Forgot what?
This is where the Casablanca used to be.
Well, there's nothing here.
All blocks in excavation. Just one big hole in the ground. Read that sign up there.
Buildings formerly at this location have been demolished in order to make room for what will be known as Rockefeller Center. On this site will be built one of the most beautiful and modern theaters in the world, to be known as Radio City Music Hall. But Radio City was built over 40 years ago.
What's that? The good old 6th Avenue L.
They tore that down, the end of 1938.
Take it easy.
There is no L. There hasn't been one in over 35 years. They tore it down and sold it for scrap.
Professor, I think you need a little help.
Maybe I do. If there's someone I have to tell about this, if what I think has happened has really happened, then I'm either the luckiest man in the world or the most miserable. I'm not sure which. Taxi?
Taxi!
I had the same dizzy feeling I'd had earlier in the evening. In fact, I'm almost certain that I blacked out right there in the cab. I can't be sure for how long. Then, before I knew what had happened, I was in Clovis' Greenwich Village apartment. Clovis, darling, I apologize for what happened earlier this evening.
Oh, I understand, Ed. You were more than a little wound up, and when that wine glass broke in your hand, you really lost control.
I know, and I'm sorry.
Oh, how is your hand?
No, it's all right. It's fine. Clovis, listen. You are the only person in the world who can understand what happened.
What happened?
Yes. You remember I kept talking about the days of Prohibition, the speakeasies?
Uh-huh.
How I wished we could have gone back to one of them?
So?
Well, Clovis, that's where I've been.
To a speakeasy?
To a 1932 speakeasy.
What are you talking about?
I have been back to 1932.
I don't follow you.
You know that imaginary helicopter I keep using in my lectures?
Yes?
Hovering over the earth as the earth revolves beneath it?
Of course.
And how I keep saying that almost any day now, someone whose senses are tuned to a fine sensitivity and who has the strength of will to want it to happen will make that helicopter land at almost any point in time that he wills.
Yes?
Clovis, I'm almost certain that I have done just that. I think I am that someone.
What?
Only I made one big mistake. I left too soon. I left Delaney standing there right under the 6th Avenue L in front of the excavation for Radio City Music Hall.
Ed, stop pacing around the room. Sit down, please.
Don't you see, Clovis, if I don't go back tonight... Look, I have to find Delaney again. It's of the greatest importance.
Why? Who is this Delaney?
By himself, he's nothing. But meeting him again may be the answer to everything I've been searching for.
Take me with you, Ed. I want to go with you.
When the time is right, you'll come with me, Clovis. But not before. The night had become quite cold. There was a feeling of snow in the air. I pulled up my overcoat collar and started walking uptown. For a second or two, I had the same whirling feeling I'd had earlier in the evening. This time I knew what it meant. I felt strangely excited, exhilarated, impatient for the thing to happen. Now, if I could only get myself to land at that exact point in time that I was looking for.
Hey, where you been keeping yourself all this time, Mr. Quailin? Long time no see.
Oh, I've been away, Luigi.
Out of the country, I bet, huh?
Something like that.
Must be a good year and a half.
Long as that?
Well, the night they discovered the Lindbergh baby, I remember. You were here. That was a year ago last May, wasn't it?
Yes, I guess so.
And here we are with another new year practically knocking at the door. 1934.
1934.
Yeah, well, at least one good thing after next week, Prohibition will be repealed and I can run an honest joint again.
Luigi, you ever see that Mr. Delaney, Joe Delaney?
The big advertising man?
Yes.
It's one of my regulars. Usually turns up around this time of the night.
At that point, I realized I had missed the exact point in time I had been aiming for. I'd overshot it by almost a year and a half. Instead of getting back to May 1932, I had landed into December 1933.
I don't believe my eyes. My friend the professor, right? Quigley, Quinn, something with a Q, correct?
Quailin. Ed Quailin.
Right, I'm Delaney.
Yes, I remember. Joe Delaney.
Advertising, account executive, right?
What a memory. Where have you been keeping yourself all this time?
Away. Can I buy you a drink?
Why not? They didn't put you away, did they?
What's that supposed to mean?
Well, the last time you were here, the night we met, you were practically raving. Saying some of the kookiest things. Like how they discovered the murderer of the Lindbergh baby. Well, here it is a year and a half later, and they still haven't found the guy. And then we walked over to 6th Avenue. You remember that?
Very well.
You kept giving out like some crazy mind reader how they were going to tear down the L, sell it for scrap.
Delaney.
Well, I see you got over it.
Listen to me, Delaney. Listen carefully.
Your drinks, gentlemen?
We have begun to populate the space around the Earth with men.
You are a very sick man.
Am I?
You don't belong here. You belong in some kind of an asylum. You don't mind, Luigi, I'm taking my drink over to one of the tables, and if I were you, Luigi, I'd call an ambulance.
Now, just a minute.
Take your crummy hands off
You
me.
ignorant little huckster.
Luigi, he's getting a little violent. You better throw him out before he loses control. What do you think you're doing? What's that broken?
Don't you take another step toward me, Delaney. Not one step.
You really are crazy.
Just stay where you are.
What do you think you're threatening? Don't I can't push that broken bottle into my face!
Hey, you pushed Delaney over. He hit his head. He's out cold. And his face and head are all covered with blood.
I didn't mean to. Maybe you better send for a doctor.
Mr. Quailin, you can't leave now.
Don't try to follow me, any of you.
Where are you going?
Well, none of you will ever find me. Not if you were to live forever.
The world-famous British philosopher Alfred North Whitehead said some years ago, "Heaven knows what seeming nonsense may not tomorrow be demonstrated truth." The miracle by which you now hear my voice began in the great mind and imagination of a man whose dream was, at the start, called childish and nonsensical. A wild dream called radio. I shall return shortly with Act 3.
Moving on with the Allied spirit, going to a brand new town. You're leaving the past miles behind you. With Allied van lines, you're homeward bound. Hello, tomorrow, I'm on my way. I know you're gonna bring a brighter day. I've got the Allied spirit, and it feels like I'm going home. New friends to make, new seeds to sow. With Allied van lines, I'm raring to go. Hello, tomorrow, I'm on my way. I know you're gonna bring a brighter day. I've got the Allied spirit, and it feels like I'm going home. Hello, tomorrow, I'm on my way. I know you're gonna bring a brighter day. I've got the Allied spirit.
Let the Allied spirit move you. See the yellow pages for the nearest Allied Van Lines agent.
Hello, I'm Dolly Parton. Have you ever watched a weaver at his trade? Shuttles weaving faster and faster on the loom, creating a design where none has been before. And come to think of it, life's pattern is woven in just the same way. Born of many different threads, meeting, merging, spinning out the small fabric of our existence. The March of Dimes is trying to create a better fabric of life, free from the tragedy of birth defects. A life which ensures every newborn the right to the most precious heritage of all, good health at birth. Medical service programs, scientific research, public education, all are part of the March of Dimes fight against this number one health problem for our nation's children. But a weaver, any weaver, needs help along the way, and birth defects are forever unless you help. Help weave a tomorrow full of bright promise for our next generation, a tomorrow without handicaps at birth. Please, give to the March of Dimes. Thank you.
The tree that is seen is real enough for the sensation of the eye. The tree that is dreamed of is equally real for the person who's dreaming of it, as long as the dream lasts. But the tree that is seen and the tree that is dreamed of can never be the tree itself, the real tree. In the same way, the experience of time can be an illusion, something that's not quite real, something that exists in the mind alone. We joined Professor Edwin Quailin the following evening in the apartment of his young friend, Clovis Mason.
Will you stop fidgeting while I change this dressing on your hand? Ooh, that's quite a cut you gave yourself last night in the restaurant.
Is the glass all out?
I think so. Ed, after what happened that night in Luigi's place, that was when you took off for Nepal and the Himalayas?
Inside of hours, I was on a freighter on my way out of the country. A couple of months later, I stumbled my way into that little village, 60 miles maybe, northwest of Kathmandu.
Now, hold still. This may hurt.
People took me in as if I were wanted. Ow! That does hurt.
I'm sorry.
Anyway, in the next 12 years or so, I learned whatever I now know about myself.
And when you returned to the United States?
1946. I was a much wiser man. Sensitive to the disciplines of concentration, of self-will, of the need to conquer time and space.
What about Delaney?
In all these years, I've never been back to Luigi's, not since that horrible night in 1934. The place is still there, of course.
I know, but you're not answering my question.
Delaney, I think I killed him, Clovis. That's why I ran away.
I see.
And the knowledge that I may be a murderer, a killer, has been haunting me all my life. And now that I have this power to will myself back into the past the way I did tonight, I'm going to find out what really happened to Delaney.
I understand.
But you're not quite sure, is that it? Well, I intend to find out. I've got to find out about Delaney. Anything's possible.
There, that does it. Now, try to keep the dressing clean. One question?
Yes?
When you go back this time...
I expect to prove several things. For one, here in the year 1976, I am the respected Professor Edwin Quailin, Ph.D. On another plateau of time, it could turn out that I have killed a man. And if I have... Are you expecting someone?
No? Who is it?
It's me, Tuppy. I came to return that psychology paper I borrowed.
I'll get rid of him real fast.
Oh, boy, is it ever freezing outside. It's colder than... excuse me, Professor Quailin. I didn't see you.
Tubby.
Here's the paper, Clovis.
I hope it helps.
It sure did.
How's the team doing, Tubby?
Well, so far, no complaints. Of course, a lot will depend on what happens tomorrow night.
Oh, I'm sure of that. Clovis, you can have a glass of water, please.
Right away.
What's wrong, Professor? Anything I can do?
No, I'll be all right in a minute.
Here's your water.
Oh, thank you.
What happened?
I don't know. For just a second or two there, I just suddenly felt faint. Had a kind of buzzing in my head, a kind of high, whining sound. Everything about me started to vibrate. I'm all right now, though.
You sure there's nothing I can do?
No, thank you.
Oh, then, guess I'll be going.
I'm sorry about tomorrow night, Tubby.
Tomorrow night?
Yes, the game.
What about the game? What are you sorry about?
To lose such an important game by one measly little point.
What?
In just the last 8 seconds of play.
I don't think I follow you, Professor.
The game, tomorrow night, 97-96, their favor.
But, Ed, they won't be playing until tomorrow night, 24 hours from now.
That's quite true, isn't it?
Yeah, if you'll excuse me, I think I have to be going. You sure you're okay, Professor?
Yes, I think so, Tubby.
97-96? That can't be. It just can't.
This has been one of the most exciting games in the entire conference. The score has been seesawing back and forth all evening. With less than 15 seconds left, the home team is still leading by just a single point, 96-95. Oh, Red Summers has just got hold of the ball.
We're ahead, Ed. I'm so glad you were wrong.
He pivots. He passes it to Tubby Sammartino. Tubby shoots. Oh, no, it just misses the basket. Tex Goldberg picks it up for the other team, dribbles it to the other side of the court with almost no interference. He shoots, and it's in. The score is 97-96, their favor.
That's what you said.
That wraps up the game. The home team is lost by a single heartbreaking point, 97-96. And with the conclusion of the...
Ed,
Yes?
how did you know how tonight's game would turn out?
I'm not altogether sure. It just sort of came to me.
How? When?
I guess it was when I got that dizzy spell. Clovis.
What is it?
Clovis, could this possibly mean that I've actually done it? That I've gone ahead in time? You know how I've always said that imagination is the beginning of all creation.
Lesson number 1 in your course.
That you imagine, you conceive the thing you desire, that the next step is to will, to make happen the thing that you imagine, and in the end to actually create what you will.
Until last night you thought you had succeeded only part of the way.
Until last night I wasn't 100% sure. I am able to will myself into the past. But last night I think I completed the cycle. That silly basketball game was a kind of test.
Test?
Yes, I was up there for the briefest moment in that imaginary plane I keep talking about. And I looked down on everything. The past, the present.
And the future.
Exactly. I was there, Clovis, during those last 8 seconds of the game. My body was here in this room, but I was also at that game. Tonight's game, 24 hours before they actually played it. I saw it all happen.
And now what?
They say a criminal always returns to the scene of his crime. Tonight, I'm going to try to go forward in time and visit the same place.
Well, what are you doing with that gun?
I'm taking it with me. It may be needed.
Please, Ed, don't do anything foolish.
I won't. I give you my solemn word. I left Clovis' apartment and started walking. I can't recall which way I was going. Toward the river, I think. Then, just as it had happened before, I heard that weird ringing in my ears. Everything got blurred before my eyes. The next thing I knew, I was sitting on a stool at the bar in Luigi's.
Here you are, sir. Your drink.
Thank you. Bartender?
Yes, sir.
I'm curious about this place. Has it been here long?
Luigi? I thought everyone knew about Luigi. He's been here since the 1920s.
That's so? Well, was there ever an actual Luigi?
Oh, indeed there was, sir. Luigi was sort of an institution by himself. He died only last year. That's his obituary up there over the bar. December 25, 1978. Great man.
He died this past December, 1978?
Christmas Day, 3-4 months ago. Sad day for all of us, for all his friends.
Evening, Roger. A little windy tonight.
Good evening, sir. The regular?
Thank you. Mind if I sit here?
No, I'll talk. So,
some wind out there tonight. You visiting our fair city?
No, not really. I work here.
That's so.
Yes, I'm a teacher. College professor.
Now, that is funny. The minute I sat down, I said to myself, I'll bet $1 that gentleman's a college professor.
Does it stick out that much?
Economics, I'll bet.
No, not even close. Psychology.
Psychology? Well, that's very interesting. You come here to Luigi's often?
No, I haven't been here since... I can't remember when.
Interesting history, this place. If these walls could talk.
Yes?
Yes, sir. This place has seen just about everyone and everything. U.S. presidents, foreign dignitaries, movie stars, murderers.
Murderers?
A man was killed right here at this same spot we're sitting at. Back in the 30s.
A man was killed?
Never found the fellow who did it. Disappeared that same night into thin air. One of the great unsolved mysteries of the police department.
That's all. What did the victim, this Delaney, actually die of?
A fractured skull. You see, as he fell down... Excuse me, sir. Did you just say Delaney?
Yes, the name of the man who was killed.
How did you know his name was Delaney?
Well, you just said so.
No, I did not. I mentioned no name.
Well, that's funny. I thought you had. I guess maybe I had read about it at one time, and the name just stuck in my memory.
Of course. By the way, what did you say your name was, Professor?
Quailin. Edwin Quailin.
I thought so.
You thought so? Why? Do you know me?
You have no idea how happy I am to meet you, Professor Quailin.
Wait a minute. What do you think you're doing?
Putting handcuffs on you, Professor. You're under arrest.
Are you out of your mind?
Not quite. I'm a detective attached to the 17th Precinct. I've been looking for you for a long time, Professor.
What's this all have to do with me?
This is a double pleasure, a double satisfaction.
Your drink, Mr. Delaney.
Thank you, Roger.
Delaney?
Yes, I'm Vincent Delaney. You see, Professor, the man you killed, Joe Delaney, was my father.
And that's why... Well, you'll never get me. Never.
Wait a minute. What's happening? Where are you? No! Roger, have I gone out of my mind? Did you see what I saw?
I don't believe it. He vanished. Disintegrated right in front of our eyes.
And the craziest thing, he took my handcuffs with him wherever he went.
And if they think for 1 minute that I'm going to live out the next 3 years just waiting for them to catch up with me...
Ed, what are you doing with that gun? Put it down.
I will not spend the rest of my life in jail.
Give me that gun, Ed. Oh.
Go ahead. Open it, Clovis. Open it. I'm going into the bedroom.
Oh, hi, Clovis. I was wondering if you and Professor Quailin might like to be my guests.
Guest?
Yeah, next Saturday night's game. I get 2 complimentary tickets to every game.
No. Oh, dear Lord in heaven, no.
According to the police, there's still no explanation for the fact that locked on to the right wrist of the body of Professor Edwin Quailin was one half of a new type of police handcuff. The other half was dangling free. What puzzles the police authorities even more is the serial number of the handcuffs. The number QX152964 will belong to a new model that the police are contemplating purchasing at some time in the future. They do not anticipate that this new type of handcuff will be in production much before the end of 1978.
When Columbus, Magellan, the Phoenician navigators probed into the mysterious realms of the distant and the unknown, they hadn't the remotest idea that they were among the first to do away with distance and space. Once they were able to measure things, nothing was quite as immense as it was before. Nothing was too big to be firmly grasped by man's imagination. Even the idea of time. I'll return in a moment.
Allstate asks, do you own a small business? Go over these questions with your present group health and life insurance agent. If your agent doesn't say yes to every one, then
Talk to the good hands people.
First question. Does your present major medical benefit keep on paying no matter how expensive the accident or illness becomes? If not,
Talk to the good hands people.
is your present plan designed to pay up to 95% of hospital expenses? If not,
Talk to the good hands people. You're in good hands with Allstate.
see your Allstate agent to find out what an Allstate plan costs, what is and isn't covered, including benefit reductions and terms under which insurance continues in force. Allstate Insurance Companies, available in most states to businesses that qualify.
Do you recall how Professor Quailin, in his lecture, said that every period of time that ever was, is, or will be, is out there someplace waiting for us to put ourselves into it, if we wish? That some specially gifted person might one day penetrate the barrier of time and do what now seems impossible. Do you suppose that one of you, listening at this moment to my voice, might be the very one to do this? Our cast included Mandel Kramer, Rosemary Rice, Jackson Beck, Russell Horton, and Arnold Moss. The entire production was under the direction of Hyman Brown. And now, a preview of our next tale.
He could be a criminal genius, but don't let his running away convince you. All children do that when they're caught in a crisis. Stuart has run away, and we have got to find him.
Just to find out, is he smart?
No, Miss Telford, to find his friends. He's the only lead. Surely I don't have to explain. What would the Pentagon pay for a disintegration beam? How many millions would an element transmuter be worth? If we could teleport, travel by mind alone, how powerful would we be?
My goodness.
Mr. Aaron, this professor's almost got me convinced. How about you?
Mr. Warby, your caper makes us look like pikers. Thanks for letting us cut in on you. We'll pay off. We'll find that kid.
Radio Mystery Theater was sponsored in part by Allied Van Lines and Carrier Air Conditioning. This is E.G. Marshall inviting you to return to our Mystery Theater for another adventure in the macabre. Until next time, pleasant dreams.
The CBS Radio Mystery Theater presents Come in. Welcome. I'm E.G. Marshall. Have you ever noticed, passing a man walking his dog in the street, how much they resemble each other? If you haven't, take a look next time. Somehow the leash becomes a sort of umbilical cord that establishes them as kin. I don't always find the same thing with women, perhaps because I don't always get as far as the other end of the leash. But men, it may be only my fancy. On the other hand, this fancy, in a way, is what this story is about.
Hey, whiskey boy, what's the matter? Oh, you, Bishop.
It's about time you got here, Bo.
I came as fast as I could. Never quite as quick as you, old long nose, always sniffing in the wind.
You Chadsworth, what the devil's the matter with this flea-bitten hound?
Smarter than humans, the dog often is, I'm sorry to bring these tidings, but the squire is
not dead. Oh, my God, wouldn't you know that Whiskey would be the first to know? Oh, would he? Who was with him last, Chad?
Mr. Bishop.
By heaven, Bishop, you'd better hope two things.
What, my loving brother?
That father died naturally and that you are not his sole heir.
And if I should be?
We'll take that up, brother, when we get to it.
Our mystery drama, Every Dog Has His Day, was written especially for the Mystery Theater by Ian Martin and stars Court Benson. It is sponsored in part by Contact, the 12-hour cold capsule, and Buick Motor Division. I'll be back shortly with Act One. Old Rokesby Hall is long gone now. Even in the last century, or at least the latter half of it, the great Georgian mansion had fallen into ruin and decay. The broad latticed windows with their diamond-shaped panes broken, the cage-work of the upper stories dirty and dilapidated. The somber, lifeless avenue that swept from the coach road under the giant elms to the hall itself, overgrown,
and choked with weeds. Before the Civil War, it had been one of Virginia's proudest landmarks, till the death of the old squire's wife.
You might say I came with the foundations of old Rokesby Hall, for on the death of his father, the squire left England behind him and took his new bride to the Americas and built this magnificent old house to welcome her here. Those were the days. Never a one without the carriages passing by and the gentry leaving their cards. The balls, the hunting breakfasts, all the society of the New World I opened that front door for and welcomed in to meet and socialize with the squire and his lovely bride. But with her ladyship's death, it all changed. I remember the night she was buried as well as my own name.
Edgeworth, my light has gone out. Pour yourself a brandy and join me.
Oh, me, sir?
Oh, God's wounds, man, you're closer to me than all my family.
You have your sons?
My sons. Neither of whom could quite break off their own affairs to mourn their mother's death. Bishop, since his province is the field of business, bartering, buying, and selling. And Beauregard too busy with wine, women, and nothing but debts, which I am heartily sick of paying. Pour that brandy, damn it. At least I won't drink alone.
Yes, very well, sir.
Now that the gout has hobbled me, demi if I've a friend left. Saving yourself an old whiskey there. Oh. Best dog I ever had. The only one left now that I've put by the horses, whiskey boy. By my eyes, Chadwick, he has more love and thought for me than either of those ungrateful pups I wept. As of you. Oh, here's looking at you.
To your very good health, sir.
I doubt if I have much of that left.
Squire Rokesby, what is it?
On the sideboard. Little white pill.
Oh, you didn't tell me that Dr. Summers had prescribed for you. How many, sir?
Just one, and get me some more brandy.
No, Squire. You've had more than enough of that. Here's some water.
Water? The man wants to kill me.
Oh, the last thing I would do, sir.
No. Only two in the world I can trust. You, Chadsworth. My old boy there.
I didn't know that the master had been seeing a doctor, so I was relieved when the first of his sons, Mr. Bishop, the older one, turned up the next morning. I put the matter of calling the doctor in his hands, but the first person he called wasn't a doctor, but a lawyer, our nearest neighbor, Mr. William Tremaine.
Tremaine, don't try to push me over the edge yet. I'll hang on long enough to get a good long look at both those young jackanapes who can't wait to inherit Rokesby.
Bishop is here already, Sam, and anxious to see you.
Yes, I can imagine. But first he was careful to let my lawyer in, huh?
Now, Sam, you mustn't sell your son short. Give them a chance to present their own case.
Oh, of course, Mr. Lawyer. They shall have their chance. Is Bo there, too?
Why, no. We're not sure he's received our messages yet.
Not even the thought of being able to win your fair Antoinette was enough to coax that rascal back home.
I cannot answer for my daughter. I'm not sure which of your sons engages her deepest regard.
Well, if Bishop is waiting, I suppose I should see him.
Sam, may I speak as an old friend?
Better speak as my lawyer. You insist on my making a will, right? Why?
A matter of form.
I don't take it ill that you have a deep interest in this, Tremaine. As long as we both can remember, it was supposed that your daughter would marry one or other of my sons. And you still feel that way.
You know that the joining of our two families is the strongest way in this land of savages to ensure that the best of the breed...
spare me all that. What's important is which of my sons inherits how much and what. Huh? That's what you'd like to have sewed up in a will.
As your lawyer, I feel it's what you should have sewed up in a will.
Well, I don't. Not till I take one good last measure of my sons. There isn't enough to leave for both. It has to be one or the other. The one who'll maintain Rokesby Hall as my wife loved it. For as long as anyone can hope.
Very well. Still, some sort of document.
All right. Draw up your documents. And when I meet and judge my sons again... and I shall enter the name of both. Or the one who best deserves it.
What the devil is the matter with that dog, Chadsworth?
Mr. Bishop, he misses his master. Being shut away from him, he dotes on the master, does old Whiskey.
Only wish he'd be a little less vocal about it.
Dogs are very strange, you know. Sometimes they have a sixth sense, like... maybe I'd better go into the squire.
Don't be ridiculous. My father's perfectly all right. He wanted to rest, and I saw him off to sleep.
You wouldn't think he might be failing, Mr. Bishop?
Nonsense. Nothing could kill that old devil. Gout, apoplexy, heart... He'd laugh them all off. He just asked me to have you witness this and settled off to sleep like a baby.
Witness what, sir?
Well, his signature. You can see the ink isn't even dry.
What's the document, Mr. Bishop?
Heaven only knows. Anything from a rent, mortgage to his will. He scribbled his signature and said to have you witness it along with the housekeeper, Mrs. Armbruster.
A little out of order, wouldn't you say, sir?
Yeah, I would, but then, since when has my father ever been either orderly or ordinary? Go wake him up and ask him if you want.
Oh, I wouldn't dream of it. He needs the rest.
Yeah. And sign this and get Mrs. Armbruster, too. He particularly wanted it in shape before my brother arrived.
Very well.
Damn that hound. But go ahead, Chadsworth.
Yes, sir. I will, sir. I suppose I might have questioned things more. But the thing is, when you have spent a life in service, you don't normally. And it was the master's signature, which I knew well enough. So I wrote my own name and got Mrs. Armbruster to add her scrawl, little thinking that by doing so, I was setting a match to the fuse for the terrible series of explosions to come. Better I had paid attention to Whiskey's warning howls than to the smooth and easy way of Mr. Bishop Rokesby, for a storm was on the way in the person of his younger brother, Beauregard.
Well, it's about time you got here, Beauregard. Well, the stagecoach was late, Mr. Tremaine. And it isn't that serious with the old boy, is it?
Would you care?
Well, of course I would, sir.
I'm glad to hear that. For my daughter's sake?
I guess I'm a little out of my depth, Mr. Tremaine.
Well, then let me get you back to shallow water so you can put your feet on the ground. Was there not a kind of understanding between Toinette and you?
Oh, yes, sir. Attendant upon my making my way and my fortune.
Which I take it you have not yet succeeded in doing.
Oh, I have great prospects, sir. Many connections and, well, frankly, a lot more debts than I can properly handle.
Well, at least you tell the truth. I'll answer in kind. If it weren't for Toinette's feelings, I wouldn't give a tinker's damn about you. If I had my way, I'd rather see her marry to your brother.
To old Bish? That cold stick? Oh, not really, sir.
Now, don't you now really, sir, me. Your father is far from well. He may not recover from his last attacks. I hope for your sake he'll be conscious to give you a chance to renew an acquaintance which should never have been broken off.
Well, sir, if I'd had any idea the old man was...
If you had a brain in your head, you'd have stayed home to help him manage the property. But while you've been having your fling, your brother has had the good sense and the common decency to keep in touch with your father. Since the squire has been sick, he's been with him 24 hours a day. While it's taken you the better part of a week to bestir yourself and come home.
Mr. Tremaine, what are you trying to tell me?
I am your father's friend, his lawyer, and a prospective father-in-law to one of his sons.
One of us? Well, you can't seriously consider Bishop to...
Your brother has been paying considerable attention to Toinette. You may be surprised to discover how she has bloomed in your absence.
And you favor his suit?
For myself, quite frankly, yes. I have more faith in Bishop's future. I didn't hear Mr. Beauregard come home. The insistent, mournful wail of the hound had sent me running to the squire's room, a dreadful premonition clutching at me. So that when the front door bell rang, for all I hurried with my heart in my mouth, it was Mr. Bishop who got to the door first. Whiskey was all over Mr. Beauregard in a wild kind of desperate greeting, whimpering and snuffling and licking at his hands. And when he saw Mr. Bishop...
Hey, Whiskey boy, what's the matter? Oh, you, Bishop.
It's about time you got here, Bo.
I came as fast as I could. Never quite as quick as you, old long nose, always sniffing in the wind.
Chadsworth, what the devil's the matter with this flea-bitten hound?
Smarter than humans, the dog often is, sir. I'm sorry to bring these tidings, but the squire is
not dead. Oh, my God, wouldn't you know that Whiskey would be the first to know? Oh, would he? Who was with him last, Chad?
Mr. Bishop.
By heaven, Bishop, you'd better hope two things.
What, my loving brother?
That father died naturally and that you're not his sole heir.
And if I should be?
We'll take that up, brother, when we get to it.
The two brothers face each other. The kind of raw hatred that can only be bred in family relationships, named and writhing between them. The dog is suddenly silent, his somber, brooding eyes measuring them both in turn. Now the brothers, Mr. Tremaine and Chadsby, go into the house, traversing the long hall and climbing the winding staircase to the squire's room. I will return with Act 2 in just a moment. When they came upon him in the bedroom, Squire Samuel Rokesby lay, half fallen, with the upper part of his body out of the great four-poster. His face was suffused with the livid blood of apoplexy, his hands crooked as if in some great battle against the angel of death. And what was most startling of all, his blue eyes wide, stark, and staring with a kind of terrible accusation. And his death was not an end, but a beginning.
Whiskey, poor old hound, was the first to announce the death. And outside of myself, as the next days passed, seemingly the only one to mourn the master's passing.
By heaven, I'll not suffer it. I'll take it to law.
Though I ask you to let us discuss this calmly.
Calmly? Calmly, is it? When my father, his face black and his tongue out gasping for air, quite obviously had help in leaving this world? That's quite an accusation.
Oh, I do heartily agree. Prove it, brother mine.
The proof is on the table there amongst us.
Your father's will? My father called me in and signed this document, which proved to be his will. At the time, I didn't know what it was. It was sealed with his signet ring.
Naming you as sole heir.
As you see.
Without this will, we would share the inheritance. Isn't that true, Mr. Tremaine?
If your father had died intestate, yes. Since it doesn't apply, there's only one will which appears to be valid.
Are you satisfied, brother?
No. Hey, will you listen to that? I swear by all that's holy, we might all be ashamed. The squire is dead, and there's only one who really mourns him. But I warn you one thing, Bishop, if it's the last thing I do, I'll make sure you don't profit from his death.
Bo?
Yes, Trinette. I wasn't sure you'd be here.
I got your message.
It seems my brother's has been more urgent during the time I've been absent.
I didn't come here to quarrel.
Well, no more did I. But what's all this my father tells me about Bishop and you?
The families are friends. How would you have me treat him?
Like the black snake he is. There are 2 Rokesbys left, my brother and myself. All right, Toinette, which do you choose?
I didn't think your message suggested that this was why I need you.
What did you expect to talk about with a Rokesby? Love instead of hate?
I thought the first was all that lay between us.
And so did I, till I came home so tardy. You know that I've been disinherited?
Well, Yes.
But it makes no difference to us.
Oh, please. It's different now.
It isn't when I see you again, Toinette, and touch you.
You never wrote.
I never write anyone.
We thought you were never coming back.
We?
Bish and... Well, I mean, Daddy and I, and Daddy felt that...
That I wasn't worth the powder to blow me to hell.
You don't have to be so violent.
Well, why not? We're a violent family, Toinette. Oh, don't let my brother's cold, tight control blind you to what he really is. Not all the money in the world could bring you a moment's peace with him. That's why I made this tryst. To tell you that he murdered my father. And to ask you to run away with me before it's too late for all of us.
Oh, what are you saying? You can't believe that... Well, that Bishop killed you.
Of course I do. But prove it? Oh, that's something else again. So you won't come with me.
Oh, be fair, be reasonable. How can I?
All right, forget it, Toinette. You've made your choice. I thought I owed you one last chance.
Where are you going?
If I can't have you or Rokesby, by heaven, neither will Bishop.
Bo, what are you going to do?
Put a bullet in my brother and then another in myself.
You're mad. You can't kill Bishop.
I will unless he backs down, but you and I are through. All right, get away, boy. Get away, Whiskey, or I'll take my riding crop to you. Whiskey, will you let go of the stirrup leather? Damn you, this horse is skittish enough without...
He's rearing! Bo! Look out! Oh, no! Bo! Are you all right?
No. My leg, my back, I think, broken. Help.
He was in a bad way, the poor young master. His back was broken, and his leg, and Lord only knows what damage to his innards from the horse stomping on him. For near a month he lay in a sort of half-world from all the morphine and laudanum for the pain, his wits wandering while his father was buried, and Master Bishop and Miss Antoinette announced their marriage. Mrs. Armbruster, the housekeeper, and I were his only nurses and only companions, save old Whiskey, who could not be kept out of the room, and an occasional visit from Squire Bishop.
Well, how's the living corpse today, Chadsworth?
Oh, about the same, sir. Although he does seem a little perkier.
That's dubious news.
Oh, good Lord. What's that mangy hound doing in here?
We can't keep him out of here. Even with the doors and windows closed, he seems to be able to slip through some chink in the wall, so, well, I don't know. But he's better here. He keeps him quiet, like.
Look at him. Look at him curl his lip at me. I don't like the dog any better than he does me. I ought to have you take him to the stables and shoot him.
Oh, hush now, old boy. You wouldn't do that, would you, sir? He was your father's boon companion and friend.
Get him out of here, Chadsworth. I'd like to have a word with my brother.
Yes, very well, sir. Come on, Whiskey. Lad, come on, old boy. Don't make me drag you. Got to obey the new master, you know.
Get him out.
Yes, sir. I'm doing that. There we go. Come on, then. Come on.
He doesn't like you, Bishop. He has good taste.
So, you're back in the land of the living again,
No, I'm not sure. Halfway. Someplace halfway back from where I've been.
Where have you been?
Oh, the other side of the curtain, perhaps. I talked to Father.
You what?
That scares you a little, doesn't it, Bishop?
Why should it?
Aren't you afraid he might have told me how he died?
How he died from apoplexy, congestion of the blood and heart. What else?
What my father told me. Would you like to hear?
Oh, I have no intention of listening to your delirium and your dreams.
Only you're going to. Not in my words, but in his own words. Our father's words. Your father's words. No, Bishop. I must wait for Bo to come home. I promised Molly before she died that I would never let Rooksby Hall pass out of our family while I had any control over it. I want to lie beside her in the garden and keep it ours as long as it is humanly possible. Oh, God be with it.
Father, you could trust me to see that it stayed in family hands. The family fortune would prosper.
I wonder, Bishop, if we all worship different gods and yours is money.
If you should die intestate and the inheritance is split between us, the house would have to be sold.
No!
Yes, face it, Father. One of us must be in charge. Trust me, I'll take care of Bo. But the purse strings should be in my hand. Here, I have pen and ink. Sign the will.
You seem very anxious to help me to the grave.
I am anxious to see your affairs in order before you enter it.
No, I don't trust you.
My God. You hold back any longer and I will help you to the grave. And make certain that Bo joins you there very shortly.
True colors at last.
Make no mistake. I mean what I say.
And if I sign, you will keep the hall over and you will provide for Bo. See to it that the servants are home till they die. And my dog, man's best friend, they say, you will protect old Whiskey, too.
I promise. I promise anything. Only sign.
Very well. Give me the pen. You'll need witnesses, you know.
Give me the paper. Not to what I am about to do.
No, my time is not yet. Miss, no. You took the pillow and held it over his face until you choked the life from our father.
Good Lord. Every word. Every syllable. How could you know?
I told you I'd been beyond the curtain. I talked with Father.
Well, you'll have no chance to tell anyone else. I'll take care of that now.
How will you do it? The same way you did with Father?
Yes. There's no way to trace it and no one will stop me. The dog.
How did he get back in here?
It doesn't matter. What does matter is he's going to stop you.
No, by heaven. Get off my sleeve, Whiskey. Let go.
I told you he'd stop you.
All right. All right, only this time. Next time I'll have a gun. And I'll kill you both.
How did I know these things? Because Mr. Beauregard told me. And much, much more. Strange and hard to believe. And not of this world.
Curiouser and curiouser, as Alice said of Wonderland, are the turns and twists of this strange, brooding story of a house divided against itself. The disintegration of a family, a dead man, and a faithful dog. I'll return shortly with Act 3. Down through the years, King Lear's agonizing cry has echoed to haunt every parent's heart. How sharper than a serpent's tooth it is to have a thankless child. Certainly, no one could have more cause for lament than the late Squire Rooksby, one of whose sons has already hastened him to the grave, while the other, seeking his own selfish revenge, is about the task of raising him from it. We return to learn why, as Chadsworth, the old butler, hurries agitatedly into the room where Beauregard Rooksby lies helpless on the bed.
Are you all right, Master Beauregard?
What's wrong, Chad?
Oh, the way your brother went by me down the stairs, his face white and his eyes so wide and blank, I thought perhaps...
that I'd followed my father's example and left this baleful world? No. Not yet, Chad, not quite yet.
I don't understand. There's so much I don't understand. Whiskey, how did he get back in here? Mr. Bishop let him in.
Oh, not my brother, never him, the last two.
Then how did he get in this room? The door was closed when I left, taking him with me. And it was closed when I returned.
And still, he did return. No ordinary dog, wouldn't you say, Chad? I want you to leave us alone. There's a lot, I think, to be done, and very little time left to do it.
Now, Mr. Beauregard, the doctor...
Oh, the doctor is long since out of this, as are Miss Toinette, her father, but not quite yet my brother and myself and my father. Leave us alone a little, please, and trust me when I ring to tell you all that needs to be told.
I'll take the dog with me.
No, leave Whiskey behind.
Are you sure you're all right, Mr. Beauregard?
Right as I'll ever be. Goodbye, Chad. At least for now.
Goodbye, sir. I hope you know what's best.
I may not. But how about you, Whiskey? Or whoever you are.
Now, the rest you'll have to take on faith, as well as I can remember it. Some was what I saw, and most what I was told. But here's about how it went.
What is it, Whiskey boy? Huh? What? You want me to go with you somewhere? You know I can't do that. I can't walk. What? All right. If you insist, I'll try.
Meanwhile, I was downstairs trying to cope with Mr. Bishop and Mr. and Miss Tremaine, who'd come to call.
Chadsworth! Chadsworth!
Yes, Mr. Bishop.
Where is the brandy? Curse it, we're out of brandy. Get some more. Haven't I told you to keep this bar stocked?
Begging your pardon, sir, but there's a bottle right here below.
Well, give it to me. Let go!
No, you old fool. I'll open it myself. And get me my shotgun.
Your shotgun, sir?
I am going to take that mean speckled hound with his long, lugubrious face out to the barn and shoot him.
Whiskey? With a shotgun?
He's so treacherous, I don't want to take a chance on missing. And don't worry. I have a handgun to finish him off.
But, Mr. Bishop, your father's dog, kid.
When I get through with him, he'll be nobody's dog, and see who that is.
Yes, sir. I can see by the rig it's Mr. Tremaine and his daughter.
Oh, get rid of them. I don't want to see them now. And don't worry. I'll handle the guns myself.
Good evening, Mr. Tremaine and Miss Antoinette. Tonight is a bad night to be here.
Why?
Well, miss, it's just that things are at sixes and sevens, as you might say.
Is Mr. Bow worse?
I don't think there's been much change.
My daughter and I will wait in the sunroom, Chad. Please inform Mr. Bishop we're here.
Yes, sir. I'll do that right away, sir.
I don't believe we should have come tonight, Papa.
I don't believe that for one moment we should lose touch with the Rooksby family until you're one of them, Antoinette.
Daddy, really, must you be so open about it all?
Honey, when you're as stretched over a barrel as I am, a person has no shame. Only the determination to survive. Well, that has to go for both of us. You're not as young as you might be, and I'm so over-invested that I haven't any dowry to offer you.
Daddy, it's all right. We'll make out. You can trust me, be sure of that. But, why, Bishop, honey, were you just going to pass us right by and pay us no never mind?
Well, Annette, forgive me. This is a bad evening. Things are a little out of hand.
Is there anything we can do to help?
Oh, I think not, sir. Nothing I can't handle by myself.
Well, then, please excuse us, Antoinette.
You sure there's nothing? I mean, is it Bo? Is he worse?
He's not well, my darling, not well. I think he's not long for this world. He's in a wild delirium at the moment.
Well, have you sent for the doctor?
Yes, and for the priest. I think he'll need more of the second. And now, please, forgive me, I must attend to my brother.
Oh, yes, of course, Bishop, son. Don't worry about us. We can let ourselves out.
But I had seen something that the Tremaines had not. The gun that Master Bishop was carrying, hidden inside his coat. And now I stopped him at the foot of the stairs.
Out of my way, Chadwick.
No, Mr. Bishop, please. In the name of heaven, hasn't enough misfortune come to this house? Leave the poor dog alone.
You want to die with him, Chad? And my brother?
No, sir, but I...
Then step aside.
No, sir.
What?
I cannot shut my eyes to murder anymore. Before I let you harm an innocent beast and Mr. Beauregard, who cannot defend himself, I'll raise the countryside.
Why, you...
Help! Help! Mr. Tremaine! Help! I lay unconscious till the shot awoke me, and yet, somehow, I seemed to step out of myself, to be a witness of all the things which could not have happened, and yet did. I could see Mr. Bishop stop at the bottom of the stairs, staring in incredulous disbelief as Mr. Bow, Whiskey, tugging at his nightshirt and leading him, a man paralyzed and unable even to stand, across the upper landing and through the door to the squire's room. And then, somehow, as if picked up by the wind, I was behind Mr. Bishop as he raced up the stairs, taking out the gun. I was watching the drama in the squire's old bedroom. Mr. Bow had unscrewed one of the big knobs of the four-poster bed and drawn from a hollow place there a document which he was reading, while Whiskey lay on the bed, as he often did with the old master, watching him and licking his lips.
What do you have there, Bo? Something Whiskey led me to. The real will, Bishop.
What do you mean, the real will?
One that our father had drawn and validated before we ever came home. And would you like to know who the real heir was? Whiskey there, with Chadsworth named as his guardian.
That would never hold up in a court.
Oh, wouldn't it, I wonder? Chadsworth didn't really see Father sign your will, and I doubt if he'd support you once he knew Father's real wishes. He knows just as well as the Squire did we're neither of us worth a damn.
It doesn't matter. It's all beside the point. Because that one's going to be destroyed. Give it to me.
Oh, no, Bishop, a little late, but this is one wish I can grant my father.
Give it to me, cripple, or I'll take it from you.
Try it.
I'll have it. If I have to put a bullet through you, hand it over or I'll shoot. When this we... Stop! Oh, no. Whiskey made me shoot myself. I never thought it would be like this.
Before my time, you took me. Now I take you in the same way.
Father. No. Father Bowes no better. He'd have sold the house from under you just as soon as I would. Why didn't you take him too?
Tell him, Bo. He didn't have to. You see, I'm already dead.
As I said, the shot brought me awake. But by the time I got to the room, it was empty, save for Mr. Bishop lying dead on the floor with a bullet through his heart and the will, the real will, in his hand.
Shocking thing, really, shocking. Bishop, you think actually committed suicide because he murdered his father?
That's the way it would appear, sir.
Well, and there's absolutely no question about this will being valid. You'll be a rich man, Chadsworth.
It's all been a few years past now, and we're both a bit grayer and a little nearer the end of it all. But they've been pleasant enough years for all the sad memories. Whiskey and me sitting here by the fire of a night. I look across at him in the squire's wing chair, and I wonder if it's a trick of my old eyes. But moment by moment, day by day, year by year, that long hound's face with the jowls and the sad, wise old eyes grows more and more like the master, till when the fire burns low and the candles wane, I could swear he sits there and nods at me and winks and says,
Not the best way to end, perhaps, Chad. But at least there's been the satisfaction of knowing that the old dog had his day, after all.
If a man and his dog live together long enough, and you believe my fantasy that I stated in the beginning, do you suppose a man and his dog could change ends of the leash and no one would notice the difference? I'll be back shortly. Looking in some old records, I found that a Thomas Chadsworth, the last resident of Rokesby Hall, lived to be 93. There's no mention of how many years Whiskey lived, but there is a note to the effect that the day the old man died, his dog, an old gray speckled hound, went to his long last sleep as if in sympathy. I wonder if they're buried in the garden beside the squire and his wife. Our cast included Court Benson, Russell Horton, Morgan Fairchild, and Ian Martin. The entire production was under the direction of Hyman Brown. Radio Mystery Theater was sponsored in part by Buick Motor Division and Contact, the 12-hour cold capsule. This is E.G. Marshall inviting you to return to our Mystery Theater for another adventure in the macabre. Until next time, pleasant dreams. Radio Mystery Theater presents Come in. Welcome. I'm E.G. Marshall, foreman of this crew of mysterious miscreants who mingle here at this hour. It was King Alfonso X of Spain who modestly remarked, "Had I been present at the creation, I would have given some useful hints for the better ordering of the universe." I'm sure that many of us feel, with all due respect and in all modesty, that we, too, might have made some helpful suggestions of our own. But since none of us was consulted in the arrangement of the world, we must accept it as it is. Or must we? Shall I help you upstairs with your luggage? No, you do have luggage.
Oh, my luggage? It's outside. Somewhere.
In the street?
Somewhere in the United States. I lost it. Well, the fact is, the bus lost it.
Well, how could a bus lose luggage?
I don't know. It was placed on the bus when I got on. It was missing when I got off.
Or perhaps it was removed by mistake at another stop.
The bus made no other stops.
Another passenger might have taken it by mistake.
I was the only passenger. No. The bus lost my luggage. We simply have to accept that.
Our mystery drama, The Cornstarch Killer, was written especially for the Mystery Theater by Sam Dan and stars Robert Dryden. It is sponsored in part by Greyhound Package Express and Buick Motor Division. I'll be back shortly with Act One. The boarding house has become a most familiar literary locale, and it is almost always, presided over by a landlady. Seldom, if ever, do we encounter a landlord, except perhaps as an inferior appendage to a dominating spouse. Since the ladies have, in our time, invaded hitherto basically masculine domains, turnabout is only fair play. Today, we are concerned with a gentleman who happens to be a landlord of a boarding house. Turn with us now to the first page in the Journal of Dennis Truffle.
Have you ever waited for death? Oh, what a rather ridiculous question. We all wait for death, don't we? But in the prime of life, I suppose we wait for death as an eventuality, not as an impending occurrence. But here I am, starting my story at the end instead of at the beginning. The beginning. It was a rather damp, foggy November night. A moment, if you please. Good evening.
I rang your bell.
I heard.
It's a most unusual bell for this day and age.
This is a most unusual day and age.
I agree. To begin afresh, I rang your bell because a sign, a rather neatly lettered sign, said rooms.
Do you like the sign, then?
I wonder if I might speak with the landlady.
Oh, I'm sorry, we don't have one. Will the landlord do?
I'm flexible.
Oh, won't you come in? Mr. Dennis Truffle, at your command.
I am Miss Menhaden. Maud Menhaden.
Menhaden?
It's the Indian name for a fish.
Oh.
Narragansett Indian. The name was given to a convict ancestor of mine.
A convict ancestor?
Yes, a murderer. You see, many of our early settlers here were transported felons. Evidently, my ancestor must have looked like a fish. Hence the name. Now, is that settled?
Well, I was not aware that it was ever an issue.
Concerning the room.
I have an excellent room at the head of the stairs.
I'll take it.
Well, surely you wish to see it
No.
first. Oh, the rent is $35 a week.
How much?
25.
No, 35 sounds right.
Oh, well, then shall I help you up with your luggage?
What's that?
There's a police car, I should imagine.
Seems to be coming this way.
Yes, I would assume so.
Why?
Unfortunately, the neighborhood has changed.
Stopped here. Why?
Excuse me.
Hi, Dennis.
Oh, Officer Paderewski. Is something wrong?
Yeah, we had a little contretemps up the street.
That's contretemps. A guy was murdered. Do they have any idea?
So I thought I'd drop in here and check out some of your creeps, Dennis.
Now, see here, Officer Paderewski, that's no way to refer to
You do have some real ripe avocados in this joint, Dennis.
Now, I will not have my tenants insulted.
Okay, Dennis, okay. Now, who's around?
Well, unfortunately, we have more vacancies than we... presently, the second floor rear, I have Professor Boniface.
Where is he right now?
Out where? Communing with nature, I suppose. And the second floor front, I have just acquired as a tenant Miss Maud Menhaden here. Miss Menhaden, this is Officer Paderewski.
Please, do not look at me in that way, officer.
In what way?
With lust.
Oh, I wasn't looking with... what I am doing is looking at you closely.
For what reason?
Because that's what a police officer has to do.
Why?
Because there's been a murder.
Are you saying that you suspect me of committing the murder?
Oh, no.
Could I have the key to my room, Mr. Truffle?
Yes, of course. To answer your unspoken question, Miss Menhaden, am I related to the famous pianist? I am sure of it.
Here's your key, Miss Menhaden.
Now, I say this because I have a little boy who plays the piano.
Thank you, Mr. Truffle. Good night.
Good night.
Well, of course, he only plays by ear.
Yeah. That one is built. Built, constructed, put together.
Ooh, there's a lot of woman there.
She does seem to be of generous proportions.
Hey, what's she doing in a joint like this?
Well, I assume she requires refined surroundings.
Sure. Well, Dennis, keep me posted, huh? Yeah, I gotta hustle around, see if I can't catch that killer.
Who was the victim?
Oh, guy was the manager at the bus depot. Yeah, just up the block. He was on his way home from work.
And it happened a half hour ago, you say?
Uh-huh.
Half hour ago, I was in my sitting room with Chapman's Homer.
Oh, come on, Dennis. You don't need an alibi.
And a fellow human being was being stabbed to death.
Yeah. Hey, hold on, Dennis.
Huh?
All I told you was a guy was murdered. How did you know he was stabbed?
But if it happened just up the block and the killer had used a gun, then I would have heard the shot, I dare say. Yeah. Good thinking, Dennis. See you around. How did I know the victim had been stabbed? My quick, glib explanation to Officer Pandareski may have sounded convincing, but the fact is, it wasn't true. It's just that the moment I heard of the killing, instinctively, I knew it had to be a stabbing. Why? Tonight, for the first time, I'm aware of a kind of lightness, a kind of incisive understanding, a sharpness in my brain. I can't analyze it. It seemed to enter my mind when Miss Menhaden entered the house. Oh, Miss Menhaden, that reminds me. She had gone upstairs without her luggage. Miss Menhaden, a rather large woman, but so exquisitely... well, that was neither here nor there. I'm sorry to disturb you, Miss Menhaden. Yes? Do you require assistance with your luggage? My luggage? You do have luggage. Oh, my luggage. I didn't see you bring it in. Is it outside? Yes. What, you mean you left it in front of the house? No, I mean it's outside. Somewhere. Somewhere? I lost it. Oh. Well, the fact is, I didn't lose it, actually. The bus lost it. How could a bus lose luggage? I don't know. It was placed on the bus when I got on. It was missing when I got off. But surely the people at the bus company would... I don't like the people at the bus company. But there is some official at the bus depot who could... There was. Well, what did he do? He looked at me in a manner that I cannot tolerate. Well, what sort of manner is that? A lewd manner. Oh, well, surely... And I shall not return there. But don't you want to find your luggage? That which is lost shall not be found again, and that which is missing shall be gone forever. Yes, but... Is there anything else? No. Except that this man who was murdered a half hour ago happened to be employed at the bus depot. Indeed. He was the manager. Oh. Was he the one who looked at you in what you considered a lewd manner? I didn't consider it lewd. It was lewd. Well, at any rate, the poor fellow is dead now. He's been punished. Punished? Oh, yes. There's no doubt about it. But what did he do? Is it possible you haven't been listening to me, Mr. Truffle? I told you what he did. He was also lascivious and salacious. The sin of lust, Mr. Truffle. It must be stamped out. Well, be that as it may, Miss Menhaden, even if he were sinful, that's hardly the reason he was killed, I would imagine. Really? Why do you suppose he was killed? Well, he was coming home from work. This is a Friday evening. He was carrying his pay envelope, I suppose, and some thief... No, he wasn't robbed. He was struck down for his sins. You say he was not robbed? He was not robbed. Good. How do you know? I know. But how? Retribution, Mr. Truffle. Retribution. The hand of justice cannot be stayed. Whole cities, Sodom and Gomorrah, were expunged from the earth. What difficulty would there be in striking down one Harry Perkins? Harry Perkins? The obscene animal who lusted after me in the bus terminal office. Yeah, but the bus terminal, it's right in the middle of the floor in plain view. What could he have possibly been able to... I could read his thoughts. Oh, well, there's a poem, which I shall send to his widow. Perhaps she will see fit to make it his epitaph. Harry Perkins, vulgar of manner, overfed, overdressed and underbred, heartless, godless, hell's delight, rude by day and lewd by night. Well, I would hardly think she would.
And now there is one less of them.
Them?
It takes all kinds, as they say, and we seem to have a special kind right here in Dennis Truffle's boarding house. Why did Mr. Harry Perkins die? You are probably spinning your own yarn, so why don't we compare designs when we meet again in just a few moments for Act 2. The French, as you know, during the 1930s, constructed a system of fortifications called the Maginot Line. This was considered an impregnable defense against invasion. We mention this because into the boarding house of Mr. Dennis Truffle has come a Miss Maud Menhaden, a lady whose defense of her virtue is also seemingly formidable. We read further from the Journal of Dennis Truffle.
Before I continue, I must digress briefly for a point of personal information. Since I have never actively courted a member of the fair sex, certain coarse and unkind people have seen fit to question, as it were, my inclinations. I shall not dignify this slander by rebuttal. I was taught by Dad and Mother to venerate. The verb itself is the Latin root for love. To venerate the feminine sex. And to look at woman as a temple of virtue who contains within herself... well, no matter. It is merely that I have never met until tonight, until Miss Menhaden entered my house, and therefore my life... Oh, what am I saying? Well, Miss Menhaden frightens me. What did she say? That Mr. Harry Perkins was not killed by a thief? Is it true? I must find out.
Hey, Dennis, what are you doing out this hour?
What am I doing?
Well, this ain't exactly the kind of neighborhood to take a constitutional.
Well, I thought I was...
Besides, I thought, what with that dame...
Dame?
You're the cagey one, Dennis.
I don't know what you're talking about, Officer Paderewski.
That luscious dame.
That is no way to refer to Miss Menhaden.
Why? Is it a lie?
Wait, tell me, Officer Paderewski, this man who was killed up the street, this Mr. Perkins, the manager at the bus depot.
Yeah?
Why was he killed?
Why?
Or was it a robbery?
Why do you think it was a robbery?
Well, it must have been. Friday night, payday.
Let me tell you why it wasn't a robbery, Dennis. Because his wallet was in his pocket, his ring was on his finger, his watch was on his wrist.
Oh. And he was stabbed?
Yes, stabbed in the back.
The back?
A nice, clean little wound. But it did the job.
And the killer left no clue behind at all?
Not a thing.
Then you're completely in the dark.
There's one little item. Nobody can figure out what it means. The dead man had a kind of white smudge just above his chin.
What kind of smudge?
I told you, a kind of white smudge.
What was the smudge made of?
If I told you, you'd be even more confused than I am. Cornstarch.
Cornstarch?
Figure it out. What was he doing with a cornstarch smudge across his face?
Cornstarch.
Well, what are we going to do, huh? Stand around here all night saying cornstarch? Look, why didn't you go back to the house where it's nice and warm and cozy, and there's this Miss Menhaden?
So, she was right. It wasn't a robbery after all. He was murdered for another reason. What other reason? Who had come up behind him and stabbed poor Mr. Perkins in the back? Is it possible he had been punished? Why had she been so sure? And the cornstarch, what did the cornstarch mean? It was too much. I went back home and brewed myself a nice hot cup of tea.
Mr. Truffle.
Oh, you startled me.
I'm sorry.
I was very deep in my thoughts.
I'm sorry to invade the privacy of your kitchen.
Oh, any time, Miss Menhaden. Will you join me in a cup of tea?
You are a very unusual person, Mr. Truffle.
Oh, well.
You're a man of the highest sensibilities and finest personal character.
Well,
you have a reverence and a respect for womanhood. You are completely free from sin. As I hope to be one day.
One day?
Yes. I must continue to fight temptation constantly.
But surely, Miss Menhaden, love between men and women
is filled with traps and pitfalls, snares set by Satan, and furthermore this lust, this love, this carnal knowing. I must not bore you with a recital of my innermost feelings.
Oh, no, please, Miss Menhaden, feel free.
Yes, Mr. Truffle, you are a fine human being. One of the very few, perhaps. The only one who deserves to be saved, and I shall do my utmost to save you.
Oh, well, I certainly appreciate that.
I came down here for a purpose. Do you have any cornstarch?
Cornstarch?
Cornstarch. Ordinary, everyday cornstarch. Of course, I realize cornstarch has become old-fashioned in this so-called improved world we are afflicted with.
Well, I have a box right here. Here, take it.
Oh, I just need a little.
Use as much as you like and return the rest.
Well, thank you, Mr. Truffle.
No, don't return it. I rarely, if ever, use it.
Cornstarch has an almost infinite variety of uses. For example, do you know what I use it for?
No.
Well, you may find this somewhat difficult to believe, but at one time...
Hey, Dennis, old pal, old chap, old buddy. Let's have a little drink.
Professor, come on, Dennis, baby. You got the bottle underneath the sink.
Now, Professor, you had too much.
Sure, but it's no good if you don't have too much. Ain't that so, baby?
I beg your...
Miss Menhaden, may I present Professor
Wilbur? Not.
Oh, what with her?
Professor Boniface is your fellow boarder.
This hulk, this carrion, look at yourself. A corrupted container of lust and sin.
Is that bad?
You will be struck down in the midst of your obscene
Professor, you look tired. It's time you got to bed.
That's right, Dennis, old boy. Time for bed. What do you say, sweetie?
You have chosen licentiousness. You have chosen to revel in the depravity of the flesh.
What is she carrying on about?
Now, Professor, you are being rather forward.
So what? A little lovin' never killed anybody.
Take heed. A little loving may very well kill you. Good night, Mr. Truffle.
Good night, Miss Menhaden.
Good night, honey.
Now, really, Professor, she was highly insulted.
What do you know about it, Dennis?
I know that Miss Menhaden is a highly moral...
Miss Menhaden is a woman, and you never insult any woman by praising her.
Must you be so indelicate?
What can I do, Dennis? It's the law of human nature.
From this point on, I must be extremely careful with my facts, lest I inadvertently do someone an injustice. I permitted Professor Boniface to wheedle several drinks of a rather strong spirituous liquor which I keep about the premises, purely for medicinal purposes. The result was he passed out. I then assisted him up to his room, where I deposited him safely onto his bed. On the way back downstairs, I passed by Miss Menhaden's door. I paused for a moment. I was about to knock, to inquire if she was all right, when it seemed to me I heard a rather strange noise. What could it be? And then I remembered where I had heard such a sound before. It was a knife being sharpened on a whetstone, a smooth, marble-like stone. I remember it was the sound made by Dad as he sharpened his razor. The sound one makes when one carefully and patiently puts a fine cutting edge on a delicate steel blade. But, of course, it may have been nothing of the sort. Which brings me to the next evening. Well, Professor, how are you this evening?
Whatever happened to Helen of Troy?
According to Homer, she went home to Sparta with her husband, King Menelaus, where they...
Oh, that ain't the one I'm talking about. I mean the lady upstairs.
Why do you call her...
Because she's the best-looking dame I ever seen. That's the angle that I'm going to use on her.
What angle?
You know, feed her all them classics. Chicks really go for the cultured guys.
I don't think Miss Menhaden goes, as you say, for anybody.
Oh, I've seen her in action, Dennis. Oh, that one is mine. All mine.
How can you say that?
Because it's a fact. No woman can resist Wilberforce, the body face. I am now in stage 2 as far as she's concerned.
What is stage 2?
I play hard to get.
You must understand, he believed every word he said. Poor Professor. He'd been in the boxing ring, you know. He was the junior light heavyweight champion of Stormfield, New Hampshire, and it was said the experience left him intoxicated. No, punch drunk. Well, at any rate, he went out. About a half hour later...
Oh, good evening, Mr. Truffle.
Oh, well, good evening, Miss Menhaden. May I offer you some supper?
No, thank you, Mr. Truffle. The hosts of the Lord must fast before they go into battle.
Battle?
Battle.
Well, that sounds grim.
On the contrary, it's glorious.
You say you're going into battle. Well, where does this combat, where is it scheduled to take place?
Wherever I find it. Wherever I find some poor, depraved wretch who, blinded by error, is groveling in sin, I open his eyes to the true glory, and thus save his soul.
Oh.
And speaking of depraved wretches, where is Professor Boniface this evening?
Out.
Out. Where?
Well, I'm sure it would distress you to know that he will be going from one low place of entertainment and refreshment to another.
Yes, it is distressing. Oh, Mr. Truffle, if only all men were like you.
Like me?
Pure.
Well, she went out. That was about 8 p.m. She returned, I would say, at about 11. There was absolutely nothing unusual about her appearance or manner. I remember I said, "Good evening, Miss Menhaden."
Good evening, Mr. Truffle.
I wonder, did you save any souls this evening?
I may have.
And with that rather cryptic remark, she went upstairs to her room, and I heard her lock the door behind her. I then put on a record of a 16th century Danish composer and was almost lulled to sleep by the dissonances when there was a loud clanging of my doorbell. All right, I'm coming.
Dennis.
Officer Paderewski.
Oh, Dennis, I got some bad news for you, so get a hold of yourself. Now, I know how fond you was of him, and...
It's Professor Boniface, isn't it?
Yeah, old Boniface.
And he's been murdered.
Yes, Dennis. How did you know?
How did he know? We all knew, didn't we? We knew that Professor Boniface was not long for this world. And we could tell by the way Miss Menhaden was carrying on that she was the one who would dispatch him on his journey to eternity. But is this a fair assumption? After all, whatever happened to that good old American dictum, a person is presumed innocent until proven guilty? What actual proof do we have? We may or may not have some when I return with Act 3. A favorite form of thriller is Jack the Ripper murders, the psychotic killer who slaughters women at random because they do not measure up to his standards of purity and virtue. In these days of women's lib, however, we must not be male chauvinists and make all our killers masculine. Is it possible that we are dealing here with a Jacqueline the Ripper? Who knows? With us, anything is possible.
Boniface. Wilberforce Boniface, the professor. Dead? Yeah. I don't know what to say.
Well, I was hoping you might be able to tell me something. You know, after all, he was one of your boarders.
Well, he would sleep all day and go out drinking all night.
Well, think hard, Dennis. Did he know Harry Perkins? Harry Perkins, the manager at the bus depot who was murdered the other night?
Well, I couldn't be sure, but why?
Well, we got an idea that the same person murdered them both.
The same person? Why?
Cornstarch. The professor also had this smudge of cornstarch across his face and a knife wound in the back.
Cornstarch?
Yeah, that's what I said. And that's what we're calling the murderer now. The cornstarch killer.
But why would the killer leave cornstarch on the victim's face?
Well, we got nuts in this world like you never dreamed existed. Do you know anyone who would want to kill the professor?
Kill him? No.
Anybody in a house who might have been mad at him.
In the house? Well, at present there's just myself and Miss Menhaden.
Maybe I'd better talk to Miss Menhaden.
Yeah, but she doesn't know anything about Professor Boniface.
Can you be sure of that, Dennis? You tell her I'd like to, interrogate her, if you don't mind.
Miss Menhaden, there's a police officer downstairs.
The relative of the famous musician?
He wishes to talk with you in an official capacity. It seems that there has been another murder.
Another one?
This one, even closer to home, I fear. I actually, at home. Poor Professor Boniface.
The lecturer?
Whatever. The unfortunate fellow is dead. Officer Paderewski will want to know if you know anything about it.
Yes. I know about it.
You do?
Professor Wilberforce Boniface was an abomination. As such, he was removed from this earth.
Removed?
Justice was done. Morality was served.
Yes, but who did the doing and the serving?
I know that he was struck down because his time had come.
Well, yes, I can understand that point of view, but the police might press you for specifics.
Why?
Well, if you say you know who killed poor Professor Boniface, he will automatically ask, who?
Who? I should think anyone knows who. The Avenging Angel.
The Avenging Angel?
Yes, and now there's one less of them.
Them? And she wouldn't say another word. I ushered her downstairs to Officer Paderewski. I am ashamed to say that he was merely using the murder as a pretext for having a conversation with her.
Do you go out very much, Miss Menhaden?
Out?
Oh, for a little fun.
Fun?
Laugh.
What is it you're trying to say to me, officer?
Well, I was wondering if some night we could...
Officer, I dislike the way you look at me. And I detest the way you talk to me.
I know a place.
Oh, I dare say.
Oh, I could show you a great time.
Have you any questions to ask me in your line of duty as a police officer? Police officer, indeed. Who shall watch the watchman? Good night.
Now there is a fish. I'm afraid you angered her. Officer Paderewski, there's something you must know.
Oh, what is it, Dennis? Well?
Well, what? What could I tell him? Could I tell him that Mort Menhaden had spoken in a threatening manner about both Harry Perkins and Professor Boniface? Could I tell him that she had been out somewhere when the professor was killed? And about the cornstarch? Why did she want the cornstarch? Wasn't that something that might be of interest to the police? And yet I couldn't say a word. Hey, Dennis! Oh, Officer Paderewski. Have you found anything new about the murders?
The cornstarch killer, it's all over the media.
Yes, but has anyone reported seeing anyone who might be a suspect?
Not a rumble. Now, how this guy can manage to sneak up behind his victim and just slip the knife into the back...
You say guy. Why are you so sure?
Hey, are you trying to tell me it could be a dame?
Well,
Dennis, you're not a bad guy, but when it comes to figuring out murder, you're in over your head.
But suppose I were to tell you...
Hold it.
Who there she is? Who?
Look, across the street.
Miss Menhaden. Look at the walk on her. And at that moment, I saw her. I saw Mort Menhaden for the first time. It was a flash of revelation. I saw her as the most beautiful and desirable woman in the world. How could she be a killer? And even if she is, which is a ridiculous assumption, how can you lose her? I ran home as quickly as I could. I listened. I could hear her upstairs in her room. Oh, my darling Maud. I was about to knock on her door and make my impassioned declaration of love when I heard the sound. Was it my imagination? Was she sharpening a knife? What could I do? I went back to my sitting room to think. I turned on the radio. There was a program of 8th century Albanian folk music. It put me to sleep. I woke. It must have been hours later. The radio was still on.
And now, the news headline on the hour. The notorious cornstarch killer has struck again.
No.
Another victim, this time an officer of the law. Patrolman Rutherford Hayes Paderewski, killed while walking his beat, stabbed in the back. And as a signature, a smudge of cornstarch across his cheek. More details as they come in. Now we return to...
I waited for Miss Menhaden to come home. And finally I heard the front door open and close, and her footsteps in the hallway. Miss Menhaden.
Oh, good evening.
Are you all right?
Of course. Why do you ask?
Well, you know there was another murder.
Another murder?
Officer Paderewski. The police say it was by the same person.
Do they?
He was stabbed in the back. And the usual signature, the cornstarch, was smudged on his face.
Well, that's one less of them.
Then?
If you'll excuse me.
Miss Menhaden, you remember you borrowed the cornstarch?
Yes. Oh, shall I return it?
Oh, no. You were about to tell me what you used it for?
Face powder.
Face powder?
Well, of course. At one time, ladies only used cornstarch or rice powder.
Well, why would you want to use anything at all? You're beautiful.
What are you saying?
Desirable.
Mr. Truffle, do not look at me like that. Not you.
Your face, your body.
I see lust in your eyes. Don't look at me.
Dearest Maud.
Oh, lewd, lascivious fool.
She ran upstairs to her room and slammed the door. I knew now how 3 men had died. She did not sneak up behind them. No. She approached them slowly, with her mouth parted in a slow smile, her eyes shining with promise. And she embraced them, which is how the cornstarch powder rubbed off on their faces. And as she kissed them passionately, she deftly inserted the knife into their backs where it quickly found a home in their hearts. I sat in my chair, and I listened. Did I hear the sound of the knife being sharpened again? And now, the door is opening upstairs, and I hear steps approaching. Yes. I see her. She's coming down to me, and her hair, her beautiful golden hair, has fallen across her shoulders, and her face has a smile, a tender smile of invitation. And there's a light that seems to be smoldering in her eyes. And she's wearing a robe, but cannot conceal, nor does she mean it to conceal, the soft, beautiful curves of her body. As she's coming closer.
Kiss me, Dennis. Kiss me, Dennis, darling.
Shall I let her place her arms around me, or shall I stop her? Shall I demand to see if she holds a knife in the sleeve of her robe?
Kiss me, Dennis, darling, kiss me.
Is this how she approached the others? Is this what she said to each of them before she killed them?
Ah, Dennis, I love you.
How do I know she killed anybody?
I want you now, Dennis.
Now. Yes, now, right now. I cannot destroy the magic of this moment. I must take her in my arms now. I can't help myself. I must take her in my arms.
Did he win or lose? What do you think? I regret to say that the cornstarch killer had struck again. Yes, in these emancipated days, we are all equal all the way. Equal pay for equal work is what the ladies quite justly demand, and so it happened with Maud Menhaden. Captured finally by a policewoman, I might add, and she received equal pay for her work. She was sentenced to a fatal visit to the scaffold. I shall return shortly. Our friend Dennis Truffle died in the violence of passion. And yet, he probably died happy in the arms of the woman he loved. It wasn't much of an affair, perhaps, from your perspective or mine, but it was the great love of his life. And if it was of only momentary duration, well, who is to say longevity is always for the best in these matters? After all, you will admit he didn't have time to grow tired of her. Our cast included Robert Dryden, Marion Selders, and Earl Hammond. The entire production was under the direction of Hyman Brown. And now, a preview of our next tale.
Hello?
Al?
Well, I just thought you'd like to know the grand jury handed down indictments against your clients, Dr. Grant and Ms. Stafford. I'm just having warrants issued against them both for first-degree murder and conspiracy to commit murder.
And you know that's going to be a waste of time, Al.
You don't say.
I just did. Ballistics showed that Mrs. Grant was killed with a bullet from a gun other than the one on the scene of the crime. That gun has disappeared, Al. Without it, you have no case.
You wouldn't want to bet on that, would you?
I'm not a betting man.
It's just as well. I've got a nice little surprise to spring on you just for once. See you in court.
Al?
What's he got, J.C.?
Search me. I'm more worried about what I may have got.
What?
Like they say, a bull by the tail.
Radio Mystery Theater was sponsored in part by Allied Van Lines and your nearby Goodyear Auto Service Center. This is E.G. Marshall inviting you to return to our Mystery Theater for another adventure in the macabre. Until next time, pleasant dreams. Come in. Welcome. I'm E.G. Marshall. The world is composed of many different kinds of beliefs and believers. Depending on who you are and where you're from, certain beliefs will seem quite natural, and others will not. The world, by and large, has become a more tolerant place than it used to be. But even so, or perhaps for this very reason, there are people who possess beliefs of such fantastical magnitude we can scarcely think they are serious. And yet they are. Deadly serious.
We've got to keep going. We're almost there, I'm sure we are.
I think we'd better turn back while we still can.
Why? You saw the evidence with your own eyes, didn't you?
Why do you keep calling it evidence? That guy is a crackpot. And if we keep going, we may never come back. Our mystery drama, The Believers, was written especially for the Mystery Theater by Percy Granger and stars Christopher Tabori. It is sponsored in part by Contact, the 12-hour cold capsule. I'll be back shortly with Act 1. Someone once said that people believe only in the commonplace, that which they are accustomed to see. But Emerson maintained that we are born believing, and that we bear beliefs as trees bear apples. Some feel that you can even measure the depth of a person's soul by the magnitude of his belief. But belief is like most other things. Too much of it can be a dangerous thing. We're in a modest country house on the outskirts of a town in the Midwest.
Brother, I'm home. Brother, are you in the kitchen? Huh. Mom, where are you?
Oh, there you are. You've been in the parlor the whole time? You were sitting so still, I didn't even see you. Why didn't you answer me? Shh.
Mom, what's the matter?
Be quiet. I'm waiting.
Waiting for what?
Get away from that window. He might see you.
Who? What's going on?
Something very strange.
I don't see anyone out there.
I know. That's just it.
Oh, no.
It's that neighbor of ours. That's Mr. Bolivar.
Oh, now, Mom, not that again.
I tell you, Alan, something very immoral is happening over there.
Now, Mr. Bolivar is a perfectly harmless old guy.
How does he make his living?
Well, that's none of our business.
But we don't know, do we? At least you have an honest job. You leave the house at a decent hour each morning and come home from the factory at a decent hour each evening with a decent day sweat on your brow. Mr. Bolivar never leaves his house at all.
Well, maybe he works at home. I mean, we see him out in the garden a lot.
You do not make a living with a garden.
Maybe not. But I sure wish I could get our lawn to grow like his does. Look how green and thick he gets his grass to come in.
Yes, just like a cemetery. He's probably got people buried in it.
Oh, Mom, you gotta stop spending so much time peeping down the road at his house.
I'm not peeping. Something is going on, Alan. And if something is going on, it isn't peeping to try to find out what.
You spend your whole day at this window. It's not good for you, Mom.
Listen to me. It's happened again.
What?
A woman came to Mr. Bolivar's house. She went in, and she hasn't come out.
Is that her car in his driveway?
Alan, it's begun to happen more and more often. People drive up to Mr. Bolivar's house, they go in, and that's the last they are seen.
They probably leave at night.
That's what we thought. But I found out this morning that's not true.
But their cars are gone. We've heard them drive away, or you've seen them.
Do you remember those people who came yesterday? Well, early this morning, the car left. I heard it. It woke me up just like it always does, but this was the first time it hadn't been pitch dark. It was just after dawn. You'd already gone to work. I rushed to the window, and you know who was driving the car? Edwin Bolivar himself. And he was all alone. He returned about 2 hours later on foot. Now, you tell me there's nothing wrong going on.
Are you sure there wasn't anyone else in the car?
I'm absolutely positive. And now he's got some fresh victims in there at this very moment. It may already be too late to save them.
What do you think we should do?
I think you ought to go over there and find out what's happening.
Me?
Well, you two have always had a friendly wave for each other.
Mama, I had a long day in the factory. I'm tired.
Alan, he always comes out about this time of day to tend his garden. Now, you go wash yourself up, and I'll keep watch.
What about our supper?
Oh, look, there he is now. Hurry, dear. Now's your chance.
What am I supposed to say?
I don't know, but you're a clever boy. Just don't let him know you suspect anything. And don't worry, dear. I'll be watching you.
Hello, Mr. Bolivar.
Oh, good evening, Alan. How are you?
Well, I'm just out for a walk.
Oh, really? I've never noticed you were in the habit of taking an evening constitutional.
Oh, it's my mother. She thought it would be good for me.
She doesn't think you get enough exercise on that assembly line, huh?
I guess not.
How is your mother these days?
Oh, she always seems to find something to do.
Well, my mother was the same way. Yet I suspected she wasn't really happy. In fact, when I began to look around me, I discovered that to be true about a great number of people. We find 100 different ways to distract ourselves from the simple fact that we are discontented. Do you know why we're discontented, Alan?
No, why?
Because our lives are in the hands of other people. Our employers, our parents, and most of all, the government. People in positions of authority, ready to bend our lives to their whims.
I think I'm pretty happy.
Are you? Really? I don't think so.
Why not?
You seem, preoccupied, bothered by something.
Oh, no, I'm not at all.
Oh, so you say. And yet you aren't looking at me as you speak.
I was just looking at your lawn. I've always admired how you get your grass to growing so thick, and
I've tried reseeding our yard several times. It just never comes out like this.
I think you're evading the issue, Alan.
Well, sure, I could be happier. I couldn't. I mean, I'd like to find a girlfriend. I'd like to get a raise in my salary so I could afford some of the things I've always wanted. Like a motorboat, camper bar.
Alan, these aren't things that make a person happy. They're simply further distractions.
You seem pretty happy.
Oh, I'm even more discontented than most. But I am doing something about it.
Really? What's that?
Well, let's say I have a belief, an abiding faith.
In God?
Oh, of course, in God, but in something else as well.
What?
That we can improve upon the life we've all been forced to lead.
I sometimes wonder how. I guess I could use a little belief, too.
Could you?
If I thought it would help.
Well, not everybody is capable of belief.
Why not?
Well, a great belief requires a great man. For there are those who would ridicule you. There are those who would ostracize you for what you believe. Could you abide such things?
Yeah, I mean, if I really had something to believe in, I guess I could.
But can you believe, Alan? Can you really believe in something almost beyond comprehension, and yet so wonderful, so joyous, that the mere thought of it makes you determined to take control of your own life and free yourself from your discontent once and for all, huh?
Yeah, if that's what it would do, I mean, why not?
And for such a reward, would you even be willing to run the risk of death?
Death?
Huh. There may be those who would kill you for your belief.
Well, that's a whole new ballgame. Now, I don't know.
Well, how great is your capacity for belief? Is it as strong as the desires of your heart? That's the truly happy person, Alan. The one who has the courage to follow his vision.
Just what is the vision?
Nothing less than the chance of a new life. I like you, Alan. I trust you. You're young, you're strong, and like so many of us, you have a native intelligence that is wasted in your present situation.
Well, thank you.
Can you come over to my house this evening? I'm holding a meeting.
What kind of a meeting?
That I will tell you when you come. I think when you hear what I have to say, you'll have no qualms at all.
Okay, Mr. Bolivar. I'll see.
Fine. Oh, about your lawn. I think the reason you're having difficulty is that you're underestimating the properties of the soil. If one will only appreciate its potential, there's no limit to what the earth can yield.
Well, what was he saying?
He invited me to his house tonight for a meeting.
Oh, dear.
I don't think I better go.
Oh, no, absolutely not. Alan, you're all I've got. I could never forgive myself if you disappeared. What did he say the meeting was about?
Belief.
Belief? In what?
Some kind of new life. He said he'd explain it all at the meeting. Oh, but you're right. I don't think I should go.
What time is the meeting?
8 o'clock.
If I make you your dinner right away, you can be finished by then.
What?
Now, I think you've got to go.
Oh, no.
We've got to find out what is happening, don't we? I mean, all those poor people.
Maybe we should just call the police.
No. What if they didn't find anything? Then Mr. Bolivar would be after us.
I'd be putting my life in danger, Mom.
Well, yes. But forewarned is forearmed. You'll be prepared. And Alan, you're much bigger than he is. What can he possibly do to you?
Yeah, but...
Anyway, it's a meeting, isn't it? I mean, there will be other people there, so you outnumber him. No, you have to go, son. I want to know what's going on.
Oh, Alan, good. You decided to come.
I'm sorry if I'm late. We just finished supper.
Oh, it's perfectly understandable. You're not late at all. Come into the parlor. Just about to begin. I'll introduce you to the other person.
The other? You mean there's only one?
Hello.
Joan Larkin, this is Alan Pearson. Alan's a neighbor of mine.
How do you do?
Oh, hello.
Well, I guess we can begin.
No one else is coming?
I don't think so. Not tonight. But as we tend to forget in this day and age of mass conformity, even two individuals can make a quorum. And now, Alan, if you'll have a seat next to Joan, I'll welcome you to our society and tell you exactly why you're here.
A precipice is something villains traditionally leave heroes verging on at the end of an act. But no matter how high the precipice, one can always see where he will fall if he fails to hang on. A precipice of the mind is an altogether different matter, for it affords no view of the abyss that awaits the hapless victim. We'll find out what kind of a precipice Alan's mother's curiosity has landed him on when I return with Act 2. The secret society is as old as mankind. Small groups of people who consider themselves the elect have always formed clandestine groups and flattered themselves with secret codes and rituals, and sometimes with secret knowledge. Knowledge that they feel gives them insight to the mysteries of life and death. Edwin Bolivar has spoken cryptically of the chance of a new life, the chance to escape this world. Let us rejoin him to find out more. Are you sure we shouldn't wait until more people show up?
Oh, there won't be any more people tonight, Alan. It's just you and Joan.
What kind of society is this?
Doesn't he know, Mr. Bolivar?
Not yet, Joan.
You mean you do?
Of course.
Joan has traveled a great distance to be here tonight. All the way from Lipitsky, Ohio.
I don't ever want to hear that name again.
You know what's going to happen?
Of course I do. That's why I'm here. Now I'm going to have to wait.
I'm sorry, Joan. Your intended partners had a last-minute change of heart. That happens frequently under the circumstances. It's to be expected. They can't be blamed, and there's nothing to be done about it.
But you'll have to give Alan time to think about it. And I'm all ready to make the journey now.
Well, that'll be up to Alan.
What kind of journey are you talking about? What's the name of this society?
We call ourselves the Hollow Earth Club.
The Hollow Earth Club?
Mm-hmm.
You mean you think the Earth is hollow?
We don't think so, Alan. We know it is. We have proof.
This is the other world I was speaking of. It's not somewhere off in space or in the heavens. It exists right here, inside our own. It's a civilization of people superior to us in every way, technically and culturally. They live deep inside the earth, in towering cities of shimmering crystal.
Mr. Bolivar, excuse me, but, I mean, are you serious? Where did you ever get a notion like this?
The notion has been around for centuries. There are references to the civilization of Hollow Earth in texts dating back to ancient times. The ancient Hebrews and Greeks knew of its existence.
But those were just myths.
Many governments have mounted expeditions to try to go into Hollow Earth. During World War II, the Germans sent a specially outfitted U-boat into the Arctic.
The boat never returned.
Every government-sponsored expedition has met with disaster.
Why?
Because governments are only interested in interfering and taking over. The Hollow Earth people do not approve of the mess we've made of surface Earth and want no part of it. That's why they've chosen to stay underground.
If these people don't let government expeditions into their domain, well, what makes you think they'll let you go down there?
That, Alan, is the chance we take. That is the risk I spoke of this afternoon.
It's very important that we make the journey with compassion and understanding. They must know that we respect them and have no desire other than to flee the same world they once did.
You still look skeptical.
It's a pretty fantastic theory.
No, Alan, you're wrong.
Oh, but everyone knows the Earth is solid as a rock.
Jones, I guess we're going to have to show Alan our proof, aren't we?
You mean you have proof?
30 years ago, modern man came into actual contact with these wondrous people.
So you've actually seen them?
Yes.
How?
There are large openings at the north and south poles that lead into hollow Earth. These openings are normally obscured by snow and ice, but Alexander Hobbs, an Arctic explorer, discovered one of them in 1946. He left an account of his visit in a secret diary. It gave me the proof I'd been looking for, and that's when I moved here.
Why here?
We'll get to that in a moment. If you'll excuse me, I'll fetch Hobbs' diary, and you can hear for yourself what he discovered.
Miss Larkin?
You can call me Jones.
Are you seriously planning to go look for this place?
Yes.
Why?
It doesn't really matter why.
Mr. Bolivar said you drove all the way here from Ohio.
I'd rather not talk about it. Right now, my concern is where I'm going. Not where I've been.
But you don't really believe you're going to find a civilization of advanced people in the middle of the Earth, do you?
I believe there's got to be a better world than this one.
Was it a man?
What?
Was it a man? Is that why you're so unhappy?
That's none of your business.
Here we are. This is Admiral Hobbs' secret diary. Just give me a minute to find the relevant entry. Here we are. The date is May 24th, 1946. My ensign and I were taken from our sled, which we'd used to make the first part of our descent into the crevasse. We were then boarded on a small platform-like conveyance with no wheels. It moved us deeper into the earth, and finally toward the glowing city with great swiftness. Soon we arrived at the large building of a type I'd never seen before. It was constructed of a crystal-like material. Our hosts were, for the most part, blonde and extremely pale-complected. They received us cordially because they knew we came with no malice.
That sounds like something out of Buck Rogers.
It does indeed.
Well, where'd you get that diary from anyway?
It was entrusted to me by a survivor of the expedition. It goes on to describe in detail the nature of the life there. In all respects, an ideal existence.
Are we going to have to go all the way to the North Pole?
No. No, as I mentioned, I moved to this part of the country for a reason. Beneath the fields around our houses here, there's an extensive cave system. I spent 3 years digging a tunnel to those caves, the entrance to which is in this very room.
Where?
Oh, you may see for yourself. If you'll just give me a hand with this rug, yeah? Now, if you'll look carefully, you will notice the floorboards have been cut to create a trap door.
Look. There it is, the entrance to Hollow Earth.
I have hard hats, lights, and boots, everything you'll need for the descent.
Why do you keep the entrance hidden?
I may be paranoid, but I am convinced that the people of Hollow Earth have their eye on us at all times. Our success depends on their goodwill. And that, in turn, depends on our discretion.
And you think this cave system will lead you to Hollow Earth? Just like those holes in the Arctic?
I know it will. A great many members of our society have already made their descent. And not a single one's returned.
Oh, there could be another explanation for that.
I don't think it was a good idea to try bringing Alan into our club, Mr. Bolivar. He's not taking any of this seriously.
Mr. Bolivar, just what is in this for you?
Nothing.
What's the catch? The members of your club have to pay some enormous sum of money or sign over all their worldly possessions to you before they can go for a ride in your magic tunnel?
My only intention is to help people to a chance for a better life. I don't ask for anything in return.
Well, what would you do if I decided not to go?
Nothing.
But I know your secret.
It's no secret, Alan. It's true, we don't seek publicity, but the reasons for that should be obvious. Naturally, people would think we were crackpots.
And if I say no?
Well, that's up to you.
You mean I could leave?
All I would ask is that you be discreet about what you've learned this evening.
Well, okay then. I think I'll just go home.
All right.
But what's going to happen to Miss Larkin?
I'm going down.
Alone? But doesn't it bother you that all those other people have just vanished down there?
No.
Mr. Boulevard, you're not going to let her go down there by herself, are you?
Oh, I'd feel much better about it if she were accompanied, of course.
But you won't stop her?
No. What's the matter, Alan? You having second thoughts?
I don't think it's right she should go down there alone.
I can take care of myself.
No, Joan, Alan's right.
But he doesn't believe.
Well, perhaps not yet. But his concern for your safety shows a charitable nature, of which I'm sure the Hollow Earth people will approve. Besides, unless I'm very much mistaken, I think I detect just a glimmer of curiosity in him. And curiosity is the beginning of belief.
How you doing?
I'm all right.
This is something, isn't it? I've lived here all my life and never knew about these caves. I bet we're passing under my house at this very minute.
Be quiet. The less they hear of your inane chit-chat, the better.
You think they're listening to us too, huh?
I wish you hadn't decided to come. I feel very unsafe with you.
I'm as curious as the next guy. I've always liked Mr. Boulevard, and I think his theory is, kind of neat.
Oh, please don't talk like that. They're not going to let anyone enter who just thinks it's all a big joke.
Well, now, you're not one of those people who's determined to be unhappy no matter what happens, are you? Because, you're not bad looking, Don't you ever get some boy to leave you in the lurch?
How do you know that's what happened?
I don't. Joan, stop. Stop and listen to me. My mother's seen a lot of people come into Mr. Boulevard's house, and she's never seen anyone leave it. Mr. Boulevard drives their cars away and comes home on foot.
Your precious mother.
Now, Joan, I'm being serious. You don't really think those people didn't return because they found some underground El Dorado, do you?
Why not?
100 things could have happened to them. They could have fallen off a ledge or gotten lost or starved to death. Or maybe they just walked right out the other end somewhere into a cornfield and were so embarrassed they just went home.
This is still all a big joke to you, isn't it?
I'll get serious when you do.
I am.
I don't believe it. No one could get hurt so badly that they'd have to buy this crazy story supported by nothing but a fake diary. And I think we've let this whole thing go on long enough. Now let's just turn around and go back to reality.
You have no right to give me orders. You can do whatever you want to, Alan. But I am going on.
Chauncey Depew once declared that it hurt more to have a tooth pulled than a belief destroyed, because there is no such thing as Novocaine for the mind. Clearly, Joan Larkin is determined not to have Alan Pearson play dentist to her belief that the answer to the ills of the world is to escape to some legendary underground kingdom. On the other hand, I may have used the word legendary with ill-advised haste, for as fantastic as the Hollow Earth Club may seem, can we be certain that their journey will come to naught? I'll return with our concluding act in a few moments. Curiosity killed the cat, and it's probably been responsible for a lot of other misdemeanors as well.
As for the two people whose separate stories have brought them together under the bizarre circumstances we have been following, only one is motivated by curiosity. The other is driven by a desire to escape, and we can only speculate as to how deep that desire must be. Curiosity and desperation. Not ideal traveling companions, I should say, especially when the journey is as unusual and possibly dangerous as the one they are on.
Joan, stop for a minute.
What's the matter now?
Now, don't you think we've gone far enough?
We haven't found the Hollow Earth civilization yet.
I mean, haven't we carried this whole crazy adventure far enough?
Alan, you can turn around any time you want to.
I told you. I'm not going to leave you down here alone.
Go ahead. It wouldn't be the first time.
Oh, what does that mean?
I've been left alone before. At least down here, nothing can hurt me.
No, I wouldn't be real sure about that.
Are you getting scared?
Frankly, yes. I don't have the same stake in this venture that you do.
That's right. For you, it's just a lark.
Have you thought this whole thing out? Just how do you think you're going to make contact with this so-called civilization?
They know we're coming. When we've gone far enough to satisfy them that our intentions are serious, they'll make themselves known to us and take us the rest of the way.
How do you suppose these crystal cities function, huh?
I don't know.
I mean, what do they eat? Plants can't grow without sunlight. Life can't exist in total darkness.
Please stop talking like this. If you sneer at them, they may not let us in.
Suppose I don't stop.
What do you mean?
Suppose I don't stop sneering. Hey, you Hollow Earth people! Here we come, ready or not.
Stop it! Don't hear you.
Well, that's the idea. I mean, what if I get them really riled up? Will you turn around and come back then?
No. You have no right to do this.
Well, they may decide to get nasty on... Joan, wait a minute.
I'm going on.
Joan, okay. Wait up. Hey, you all right?
I just slipped, that's all.
Oh, almost got me, too. Hey, there's something here. What is it, anyway? Shine your light over. Oh, my gosh.
It's a body.
Stay back. Let me see if I...
Is he?
Yes. He's dead.
Oh.
Are you all right?
Shine the light on his face.
Joan.
Please. Oh, Mr. Franklin.
You know him?
I met him at one of our meetings.
He was a member of the Hollow Earth Club?
Yes.
I wonder what happened.
Oh, he must have slipped and struck his head.
Yeah, look, we've got to get back up to report this.
No, I'm going on.
Now, Joan...
I've come this far. I can't turn back now.
He needs to be given a decent burial.
He is buried. And as for decent, this is as decent a burial as he would ever get. He was all alone in the world, too. I'm going on.
Joan.
I want to get away from you.
Okay, you win. I'm not going any further.
That's fine with me.
I'm sorry I laughed at you.
Oh, skip it. Go on.
Goodbye, Joan. Joan? Joan, what's the matter?
Oh, no.
What?
The others. All of the others. They're here.
Look at that. There must be 24 bodies. Are they all members of the club?
Yes.
Now, Joan, look. I don't want to become a nag. Then I think we'd better turn back.
No.
Now, listen, it's ridiculous to continue. Look at this. They're all dead.
I know you're right.
What's that noise? Shh. I hear something.
Someone's coming.
Yes. But from which direction? It's hard to tell.
Turn off your light. It sounds like they're behind us. Look, there's a light.
Hello? Somebody there? Bolivar? Alan? Oh, hello. I didn't expect to catch up with you so quickly.
Why are you coming down now? I thought you were going to wait until the last of our members came.
I was, but I'm afraid I had no choice. I just had a visit from the police.
The police? What did they want?
I didn't wait around to find out.
Why not, Mr. Bolivar?
Well, I'm sorry for those members who will not be able to make the journey with us, but my top priority must be to protect the people of Hollow Earth from the authorities. The government must not be allowed to interfere.
Mr. Bolivar, we were just about to turn around.
You mean go back to surface Earth?
Yes.
Why?
Look. Shine your light on the passageway in front of us.
What's happened?
We don't know. But they're all dead.
But these are all of us. Oh, the fools. I told them over and over that purity of intent was absolutely necessary. You don't think that clearly the people of Hollow Earth did not want them to go any further.
You think they were killed by your super civilized underground people?
Even civilized people have the right to defend themselves. Well, Alan, if you had any lingering doubts about the existence of the world into which we are descending, this should certainly dispel them. Is Joan all right?
Yes, I think so.
Good. Then let's push on.
Push on? You intend to keep going?
Of course.
I'm sorry, Mr. Bolivar, but Joan and I have changed our minds.
You have? Joan, is that true?
Yes.
Someone has to be notified about these bodies.
I see. Well, this does present a problem.
Why?
As I said, my first priority must be to protect the people of Hollow Earth from government intrusion. What would my chances be of gaining admittance to their world if I let you go back to surface Earth and you told the authorities about this secret entrance?
I'm afraid we'll have to, Mr. Bolivar, because of all these bodies.
I'm afraid you won't.
Alan, he's got a gun.
That's right. If you two will just walk along in front of me, we will proceed.
Do you suppose the people of Hollow Earth are going to want someone in their midst who carries a pistol?
They'll understand that it was in their best interest, Alan.
Tell me, Mr. Bolivar, what are you going to do when we come to the bottom of this cave and there's still no sign of a crystal city? Mr. Bolivar?
Alan, look behind us. He isn't there.
What? Mr. Bolivar? Mr. Bolivar! What happened to him? Where did he go?
He must have slipped and fallen over this ledge and into that chasm.
He's gone for good then. Look. Our lights don't even reach the bottom.
Alan, let's get out of here.
Yeah, give me a hand.
Thanks.
Well, the police must have left. We better call them back right away.
Wait, before you do, Alan, I want to go.
Why?
I don't want to talk to the police. I don't want to have to give them a statement.
Joan, you're not in some kind of trouble, are you, with the law?
No, it's not that. I just don't want to talk about why I was here.
Where are you going?
Home.
You know, Joan, if you wanted to stick around here for a while, I mean...
No. Thank you, Alan. But I think I'd better go.
Well, maybe I could come and visit you sometime.
It's a long drive.
Oh, I wouldn't mind.
You wouldn't?
No.
Well, I'd like that.
Pitsky, Ohio, right?
Yes.
I'll give you a 15-minute head start before I call the police.
Thank you, Alan.
Mother, I'm home.
Thank goodness. Oh, Helen, I've been so worried. Where did you go? I called the police, but when they went to Mr. Bolivar's house, they said no one was there.
So it was you who called them.
Are you all right? Oh, look at you. You're all covered with dirt. What happened?
I'll explain in a minute, Mom. I have to call the police.
Why? Alan, where's Mr. Bolivar?
He's dead.
Dead? Alan, you didn't...
No. You said you wanted to know what was going on. But I don't think you're going to believe it. Mr. Bolivar was president of something called the Hollow Earth Club.
What in heaven's name is that?
Well, it was a group of people who believed the Earth is hollow and that an advanced civilization lived down there.
How ridiculous. Oh, I always suspected Mr. Bolivar was pixelated.
The reason you never saw anyone leave the house is because they're all going down through a tunnel into a cave system to try to find this place.
Really? And that's where you were when the police came by?
Yeah.
Well, did you find it?
Oh, Mother, of course not. What we found were the dead bodies of all the club members.
Oh, how did they die?
I don't know. Mr. Bolivar tried to force us to continue at gunpoint, but then he slipped and...
And what? What?
Why didn't we hear anything?
Alan!
I was going to say he fell into a chasm. But we should have heard something.
We? Who is this we?
There was a girl there, too.
Oh, was she pretty?
Mother, something's wrong.
Was she pretty?
Those dead people, how did they die? There weren't any marks on them.
Alan, what are you talking about? Alan, where are you going? I thought you were going to call the police.
Not yet. Hey, I just want to check some things out first.
Don't leave me alone. I'll come with you. Alan, I don't think we should just go into Mr. Bolivar's house like this.
There's no need to lower your voice, Mother. Mr. Bolivar's dead, remember?
Now, how can you be sure? You said you didn't hear anything.
You come through here.
What are you going to do?
I want to go back down in that cave and have a closer look at those bodies. Now, help me move back this rug.
Oh. Why don't you just let the police take care of this?
I want to see for myself. There we are.
What? There's a trap door.
It leads to the tunnel that takes you into the cave. Now, Mr. Bolivar said it took him 3 years to dig it. What?
What's the matter?
Mother. The tunnel. It's gone.
You mean someone filled it in?
The earth. It's packed solid. It's like there was never a tunnel here at all.
Are you sure you have the right trap door?
Of course I do.
Well, looks to me like someone doesn't want you going back down there.
Who?
Well, gracious dear, I don't know.
But we just came up through that tunnel 10 minutes ago. How could anyone have filled it in so quickly?
Don't look at me, Alan. I've been at home all night.
Mother, what if Mr. Bolivar was right? I do not believe today everything I believed yesterday. And I wonder, will I believe tomorrow everything I believed today? So pondered Mark Twain, and so might the rest of us in the sobering afterglow of our story. For even today, it is true that what exists at the center of our planet is as much a mystery as what exists in galaxies millions of light years away. There is one other loose end to our story, but that I can tie up for you when I return shortly.
Maxwell House is coffee you can count on. Maxwell House, good to the last drop. Maxwell House is
good morning.
Maxwell House is
Good company.
good to the last drop. Maxwell House.
Maxwell House. Coffee you can count on. Always smells good. Always tastes good. Always good to the last drop.
Good coffee. Good to the last drop. Maxwell House. This is Mary Tyler Moore, and I want to tell you about a very special place. A place which can help you cope in this ever-changing world of ours. It's the library. At the library, you'll find all the information you need to keep up with current issues, career opportunities, economic changes, and all the new technology. The library even has programs for every age group. Check out the library. That's where you'll find a lot of success stories.
A public service message from the American Library Association and this station.
Is it possible that a race of creatures exists and thrives far beneath the Earth's surface? The possibility is a slim one. There is tremendous heat and pressure exerted on the Earth's core. There is radioactivity, and there are all kinds of practical questions. On the other hand, the Earth's diameter is nearly 8,000 miles. That's a lot of territory. As far as from New York to Siberia. A lot could be going on down there. Our cast included Christopher Tabori, John Beal, and Joan Shea. The entire production was under the direction of Hyman Brown. And now, a preview of our next tale.
You are going to look for the town of Helm.
Who told you?
You told me.
When did I tell you?
Last night, when you were asleep.
Well, you don't want to believe what I say while I'm asleep?
Why not? I can't believe what you say while you're awake.
Now, Sir Rivka.
What did he tell you about Helm, the Baron?
He told me to find it.
Oh, well, you'll find it. You won't have any trouble at all. You know why? Because you're a fool.
Sir Rivka.
And Helm? Do you know what Helm is? Helm is the town of fools.
What are you saying?
Everyone knows it. That's why the Baron has chosen you.
Oh, no.
Yes, Mendele Moshe. Like is sent to find like.
I won't go.
You must go.
But the Baron thinks I'm a fool.
Why shouldn't he think so? You are a fool.
This is E.G. Marshall inviting you to return to our Mystery Theater for another adventure in the macabre. Until next time, pleasant dreams.